when we start the movie stuff, I have images. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Spandex LOG. Yes, we've not been here for about a month or two. Our apologies.
Some of us have been sick.
Yeah. We meant to do a special for the reveal of the Power Rangers movie Megazord for 2017. We kind of didn't. So we're going to cover that tonight. We're also going to go over latest in Ninja Steel. And then Jim is going to review the, I guess, epic finale of Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge. So, of course, joining me, as I alluded to, we have James Phoenix, the Red Power Ranger over there.
Bada boom. Biggest fan in the room. How you doing?
And you can't teach that.
Pretty much.
And then we have running on caffeine fumes, for whatever reason, wearing shades in a house. We have...
Hey, it's still freaking 5:30 in the hour here.
Fair enough. From Australia, we have Tachi.
I believe you mean we have Tech.
Tech, Tachi, whatever. Same guy.
Well, you and I know that. The audience doesn't know that.
We call him Tachi on the air anyway. It doesn't matter.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. I still can't believe we're using that nickname for me for what, 3-4 years now.
It's how we met you. It's what we know you as.
That's the same reason we still call Kage Kage.
He has a point. Anyway,
and for God's sake, you know, you half the time still call me Jeeps.
Yeah, true.
But we're gonna dive right into this. Go into what we've learned, what we've seen leaked, for better or for worse. Fucking idiot, whoever leaked this shit. But let me bring up the screen share, and I'm going to be showing you some images.
And then I'm going to show you better images.
Fuck you. All right, so. Yes, that's what you look like, Tachi.
Oh, I know that's what I look like, but that bloody feedback loop.
Ah! Oh, there we go.
So this, people, is your Megazord for Power Rangers 2017 in all its glory. Here, I'll zoom in.
That's what it looks like on the Toys R Us Australia website for the bloody toy.
Yeah, that's the toy. We don't know what it looks like in the movie, but I do not like that design.
Well, if you just give me 1 sec though, let's for the sake of being of applying fairness here, allow me to show you another version of the toy. This is the one that actually combines from 5.
That looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
At least the feet look like feet. I mean, look at this image here. Does it look like feet to you? Seriously?
Not really. You'll also notice on that one there's blue on both feet, whereas on the one I'm showing you, the blue is actually the left foot. The Triceratops is the left foot, as it has always been, whereas the Mastodon is serving as the right foot in this incarnation.
Yeah. You have to wonder, though, what's going to be closer to movie accurate.
I see no reason it would not be. I mean, that one is obviously some kind of a battle mode. Obviously, that one's a much smoother. I would imagine that perhaps that this is probably there might be like pieces of the blue that go on the other leg. Perhaps it's combining together. I'd imagine the movie effect is going to be some kind of a something more similar to the Bayformers effect, where it's a whole lot of very tiny pieces all moving around to form the thing. It's not a bunch of big pieces moving around.
Hmm.
You had to invoke Michael Bay.
I invoked Michael Bay. Get over it.
You also notice on my image here, there's 5 cockpits to this for the little 2-inch figures that come with it. There's 1 here on each arm, the chest here or abdomen area.
Yep.
And then 2 right here on the thighs.
Yep.
Also, for better or for worse, according to the box of the toy, which I saw on Andre Meadows, the Black Nerd, I saw on his unboxing of it because they gave him a fucking 3-foot Megazord. You can check that now on his channel on YouTube. This chest here and the face lights up, and apparently the reason it lights up is because this, ladies and gentlemen, is your morphing grid for the movie.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That's why it's lighting up on their suits and shit.
Yeah. Now, what I'm hoping is, because when I saw him light up the Megazord, it looks fucking awesome. I'm like, okay, I buy the blue light. That looks cool. I hope that's how it looks on the suit. I hope we don't get a swirly Cosmos piece of bullshit that they put in there. I would buy glowing blue. That would look awesome. I don't like the Cosmos that they have on the suit right now.
Fair enough. We shall see.
But yeah, this just this design.
Yeah.
Part of it I like the wings. Okay, Megazord usually doesn't have wings, but fair enough.
Yeah, that was an.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was an interesting addition.
The head looks like a Megazord head. I buy that. Not sure I like the fact it's pink, but hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm okay with them going with more of a humanoid look. That's fine. But you can't do that and not give them humanoid feet. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the Toys R Us website pictures for it.
Yep. That's
and also, there's the cockpits open on it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they just like fold it up. Like
cool.
Cool.
I approve.
So now, moving on to the other images.
Yes. Go ahead. And then I have some images that I know for a fact you don't have when you're done.
Fair enough. So we'll go in order here. And these are all screen caps taken from Andre's review, because I really liked, because he zoomed in on the back of the box, which has everything on it. And I couldn't really find images. So, number one.
Let's see how these look. Okay.
That's your Tyrannosaurus with big fuck off cannon, and here's Jason down here.
Yeah, go away. Tabs. Piece of junk.
I have a big head and little arms.
Which, the Tyrannosaurus looks okay. My only complaint with the Tyrannosaurus is look at how it's standing.
Yeah.
That is not a Tyrannosaurus stance. That's an Allosaurus stance.
No, yeah, that's definitely not the right stance. You can see the same thing. I have the other image over here. It's a little smaller, but it's the same stance. It just has his mouth open, and yeah, that's not a T-Rex stance.
I understand why, because they decided to put a big fuck off cannon on its back, but still, that's not a T-Rex, dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. What, are the hips too fucking wide or something?
Well, like I said, they put it in more of an Allosaurus stance, because an Allosaurus looks like a T-Rex, but it stands horizontal like that because it runs really fucking fast. The T-Rex stands more straight up.
For more details, see Jurassic Park 2: The Lost World.
Yeah.
I was going to say, compare bloody T-Rex in Mighty Morphin to, say, a Quantosaurus Rex in Time Force.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Also, compared to the Blue Rex Megazord. Or as I call it, Origin!
Well, the Blue Rex Megazord, the Blue Rex at least stands straight up because it's supposed to be the Dragon Zord, which is fucking Godzilla, who doesn't stand like that. Fuck you, Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that version of Godzilla, no.
Which version of Godzilla?
The one where they turned Godzilla into a female and had her stand like that, instead of straight up and down like Godzilla should.
Oh, you mean the shitty 90s Matthew Broderick Godzilla. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
I was going to say...
But full credit to that franchise. The animated show of that was actually pretty good.
The cartoon was good, I'll give it that.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dragon Caesar is based more on Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, but still the same
Godzilla
thing.
itself.
He's standing up, and yeah. So, moving on to the next one, you can see it in that image.
Yep.
We're going what the movie is calling a mastodon.
Yep.
That's not a mastodon.
That's an armored spider.
Yes, that's more a spider. It's a spider with the head of an anteater. I fucking hate that design. It looks like ass.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why there's so many.
Oh, it gets worse.
I'm okay with the trunk and the face. I just don't like the number of legs.
Yeah. See, I thought the face was going to be okay based on the little image we saw on the poster, and it would have been fine if it was an actual mastodon where that's actually up off the ground. But the fact that it's on the ground like a fucking anteater, I'm like, no, you've done it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That might as well just be an 8-legged tank, literally.
Oh, it gets worse. But we're moving on. Saber-tooth tiger.
Yep.
which I guess kind of looks okay. It reminds me of the Yellow Lion from the Voltron Force.
I was going to say, it reminds me of the frickin' Zoids.
That too, yes! Yes! Holy shit, it reminds me of the main Zoid, except yellow instead of blue.
Yeah.
Shield Liger?
Yes. Holy shit, that is what that is. That is a fucking yellow Liger Zoid. Holy crap.
I preferred Liger Zero, though.
Liger Zero was the better one. Yeah. But no, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee yellow Liger Zero.
Yep.
Holy crap. Then we're moving to the other egregious, what the fuck were you thinking design? I give you the Tricera insect. Yeah, that's a Triceratops.
That's just a hexapod tank.
Yes, I don't like that design. Like and again, I didn't even notice this until I saw this zoom up now. The head is okay, but you notice they also fucked up the plate on its head. Because you notice, because it has a split. The Triceratops head plate doesn't have a split. That's a different fucking dinosaur, you idiots!
It is?
There is a dinosaur that's in the Triceratops family that has a split plate like that. I don't remember what it's called, but one exists. That is not a Triceratops in any way, shape, or form.
We do have to remember one key fact here. These are not necessarily drawn directly from dinosaurs. These are alien interpretations of our dinosaurs.
And thus making it not Power Rangers.
Fanboy.
I'm sorry. I'm a huge dinosaur fan. Always have been since I was a child. And if you're going to call them these, they need to be fucking accurate.
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean, yeah, fair enough. In the show, the Triceratops was literally a tank. It had wheels, but at least the part sitting on the treads looked like a Triceratops. I was like, okay, I can buy that as a Triceratops. That, no. Not even close. Completely different fucking dinosaur.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That's two dinosaurs that they have now that are completely different dinosaurs to what they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will say for the record, there is a reason, and I will show you later.
And then we come to the last one, the pterodactyl, which I actually like.
The pterodactyl actually looks pretty good. I agree
that
with
looks fucking badass.
Where is the pterodactyl here?
I'm sorry, but when I say that, I'm thinking a hybrid between, I think it's the B-2 bomber and an SR-71 Blackbird.
Yeah.
A little bit. But like I said, it looks like a pterodactyl fused into a jet fighter. I'm okay with this. At least looks like a pterodactyl.
It does. We would also be remiss if we did not mention the Putty Patroller debut right here in the bottom left.
Yeah, you can see that. I'm getting to that because our good friend, the Black Nerd over at Black Nerd Comedy, actually zoomed in on that.
Helpful.
So you see Kimberly standing there with the morphing grid, and what people are thinking is a Putty Patroller.
That's very obviously a Putty Patroller.
But it has not been confirmed.
That reminds me of one of the Beast Yummies from Kamen Rider Oz.
Which I want to see what it looks like more in detail, but I'm okay with that. That looks like a Putty.
Yeah.
A little big. He's got broad shoulders, but yeah, okay.
They made him a golem. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what he was supposed to be anyway, Clay Golem.
Yeah, they're going to be golem. Yeah, so he's just a big golem.
But that's what they were called in Jew Ranger. They were actually called Golem.
Oh,
they're
okay.
Golems. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Dora Golem.
Yeah.
I got to buy Jew Ranger from Shout Factory. Anyway.
Yes, you do.
So,
hey, going back to the roots. Yeah.
Woo! Approved.
Well, that's all I've got. So let me stop that. That's all I've got. But yeah, what have they done with the soul herds? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a clusterfuck. So bad. And I do not like the Megazord. Even the version you showed, which is better than the first one that we saw, I'm still don't like it as much.
This guy?
Yeah. That looks more like the Megazord, but yeah.
I was going to say, Jeff, which is a worse idea in clusterfuck? Those Zord designs or a burger morphing ninja?
Those Zord designs. Because
and we all know how much he hates it.
Because at least the Gold Ranger looks like a ranger, despite the fact he's wearing a fucking cowboy hat.
As part of the visor and helmet design, yeah.
Yes.
Like I'm gonna make a reference that Jeff definitely won't get, and Tachi probably won't get.
Okay.
Hit me.
Gold Ranger looks like he should be a Skagarin.
You're right. I don't.
That's
Sounds
about
like
what
I
I.
should know that
That's
one.
about what I thought.
Okay. What was it a reference to?
Skagarin, alien race from Star Trek. It's
Which
from
one?
Enterprise. That's why you guys don't know it.
Ah.
And they're an alien race. Archer runs into there, finds their planet accidentally. Long story short, it's a race of cowboys. It's the Old West planet.
Fair enough.
Basically, the Skagarins were aliens, and they kidnapped a bunch of humans from the Old West times on Earth and brought them to their planet as slave labor. And the humans revolted and instead took over the planet and kind of made the Skagarins second-class citizens. And because the Old West was all they knew, they were still the Old West 200 years later when Archer found them.
Okay then.
Fun fact. One of them shows up in the current book trilogy I'm reading, which I'm going to tell you about after the recording.
After you catch Tachi up on what he missed. But anyway.
Yes. But let us continue.
You said you had other images.
Yes, I do have images. I have many images. First of all, let's see. We got that already. That's done. We got that guy. You had this one, so I don't need this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I believe that.
Now, I will say, those are cool toys.
Oh, yeah.
That Megazord's fucking awesome as a toy.
Yes. And now let's look at this for a second. Here's your Morpher.
Yes.
And your
fuck nuggets.
And your 5 coins, which do have the dinosaurs on them. You can see the dinosaurs on the coins.
I think it works. I kind of like that design because it looks like the classic Morpher, but streamlined and modernized. I'm fine with that. And the fact that they have the smaller coins, which I'm assuming are the centers of those big stones, like they crack it out of the stones and actually have the coin, and it goes in the Morpher. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
I think it looks cool.
I've got the Toys R Us side open.
Yeah.
Australia at least.
60 bucks? Jesus Christ.
Aussie.
Yeah, remember that's
It's
60 bucks.
bucks for the Megazord.
That's 60 bucks Aussie, which is,
Probably going to be about 40 bucks American.
Yeah. Still pricey.
Yes. I think that design is cool. I like that.
Fair enough. They also revealed the Red Ranger sword, but I think we talked about that last video, so I'm not going to mention that.
His sword looks interesting.
Looking at that Morpher, it reminds me of one item from Kamen Rider.
Oh, no.
Cougar's belt.
Kind of, yes.
A little bit.
It's either Kamen Rider Cougar's belt or the Typhoon belt from Ichigo and Nigo. First and
I haven't
second.
seen that one. Shin.
Jeff, I'm pretty sure you've seen Kamen Rider Ichigo. He's a big buffed up son of a bitch in the 45th anniversary.
I have seen Ichigo. Oh, you're talking about his belt.
Yes! The Typhoon.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I give you that. But I like the design because it looks like, an adaptation of the Dino Buckler, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, but still, honestly, it looks more like a Kamen Rider belt than a Power Morpher.
Which I'm fine because it doesn't have fucking Power Rangers plastered on it. How do you hide that shit if it says Power Rangers fucking on the buckle? That's why the Jew Rangers always had the buckle inverted because it said Jew Ranger on the outside of it. But no, the Rangers have it fucking outward on their backs. How does nobody know they're fucking Power Rangers with it plastered on their back?
I would have thought it's either on a belt buckle on the backside of the belts and hidden by clothing, or it's bloody in their back pocket all day long.
Fair enough.
Worst case scenario, it's in their left pocket or their right pocket, but it's really always in a back pocket because they always reach behind and presumably grab it out of the back pocket.
Fair enough, but I like that design. I think that's a cool design for the Morpher and the coins. See, those look more like power coins instead of those big fuck off rocks that they showed us. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, or at least, well, bloody power gems, coin gems,
kind of.
But yeah,
and I also point to you. Look at the images in the coins. look at the black one. That's a fucking mastodon. That Zord was not a fucking mastodon.
Yeah, and actually,
You look at the
Yeah, they're
Triceratops,
updated.
that is a Triceratops in the coin. Look at the head plate. It's a full head plate like a Triceratops. Look at the Zord. That is not a Triceratops.
yeah, looks like they're updated versions of the actual Power Coin designs.
Which is fine. They look great. I think they look awesome, personally.
Mm.
And it looks like they light through, because if you see the Tyrannosaurus coin in the Morpher, it's a different color. It looks like there's like maybe a light in the back, that when you hit the switch, it lights through it and changes the color a little bit.
Well, that's the Morpher without a coin, without lighting.
Oh, I'm looking at Jim's
Morpher-
image.
Well, I'm actually showing the toy site.
Yeah, no, but I'm looking at Jim's image, which you can see the actual power coins in the Morpher, and it's got the Tyrannosaurus coin in the Morpher, and it's a different color. That's either an effect for the movie, or there's a light in the back when you put the coin in, and it lights through the coin.
There's probably a light in the back, I would have to imagine.
That looks cool. I think that's awesome. It's Morphin time. Tyrannosaurus. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked to see the morphing sequence, because I think it's going to look cool.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, well, Jim, that's the actual toy with the Tyranno coin in and lit up from behind.
Yeah, so there's a light in there. Fair enough.
Okay,
I think
that's
looks
good.
cool.
Yeah, that works.
Because that's the Morpher without a coin, but presumably lit up. And-
Oh, you know what?
No
I
coin,
think you
no
put the
lights.
coin. If you notice, the one without the coin, it's got like a dome on top of it. It's got like a clear plastic covering on it. I bet you put the coin behind it, and it lights it from the front. Bet you there's a light
Maybe.
behind the front plate that lights the coin.
Probably.
That is possible, but it's also probable it's a rear light.
Possible
Because-
too, but that's still cool.
Yeah.
I kind of
All
want
the
that more,
wiring.
because that looks really awesome.
Yeah. It'd be a lot easier to do the wiring to backlight a coin than
True.
frontlight a coin.
True. Yeah, especially since you're going to be opening and
'Cause-
closing it a lot. You're right. I really want that morphing.
Yeah.
As I keep looking, I'm like, that looks really cool.
Yep.
But yeah, $60 Aussie. Oy, oy, oy.
Yep.
What else you got, Jim?
Well, I got something that I think you're really going to like.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to the good people over at Power Rangers Now
Mm-hmm.
for having great images. Although, yeah, for the record, Power Rangers Now, don't steal Bruno's shit without crediting him. That's a dick move.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You see, we credited Andre. So
yeah, and those images that I was showing simultaneously on my side were the images from Bruno that he stole. So full credit to Bruno and me, and check out MMPR Toys on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this is, as far as I can tell, this is exclusively from Power Rangers Now, as far as I can gather. He may have stolen this. If he did, I don't know it's stolen, so I apologize.
And there's the power sword over on Tachi's screen.
Yeah, but you can see here, we actually have the assembly instructions for the Megazord to see how it goes together.
Huh.
Nice!
So let's take a look at this here and dissect. These are actually from the T-Rex Battle Zord with Red Ranger, which of course is a combiner. You can buy the Zords individually, or I guess I'm assuming there's a deluxe package that comes with all 5 as per the usual.
Mhm.
This is from the Red Battle Zord, which does have full directions for the Megazord. So let's zoom in here. Boom. And we'll take a look. So, Power Rangers T-Rex Battle Zord with Red Ranger. Ages 4 and up, small part.
Yeah, 2-inch figure.
Yes. And you'll note in the T-Rex Battle Zord over here on the right side, 2 small batteries in the tail. It does have light-up effects or some kind of sound. Something. It does something.
It's probably for its face, but you saw the blue. It probably lights up.
Fair enough. So you can see the Battle Zord. But let's scroll down here. Right about here, you can see all the Zords here. They number from 42561 to 42556.
Mhm.
Well, 5-6 is the Battle Zord, and then 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, and 6-4 are the other 4. Oh, they're doing a Thunder Zord thing, aren't they?
Hmm.
That just occurred to me. They're doing the thing they did back in 94 with the Thunder Zord, where you had to buy the Red Zord separately. I bet that's why they're
considering
doing
it's
that.
fucking $80.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that they're selling the Red Tyrannosaurus separately as a Red Battle Zord, and then you have to buy, because that makes sense. It has the batteries because they're probably light up when you put the Megazord together too, and they're doing that, and then you have to buy the other 4 in a pack as another one. I bet they're doing it because the Thunder Zord came with the Thunder Megazord. You had to buy the Red Thunder Battle Zord separately, and then they had the other 4 Zords on that flying platform that it had in the show. Because I remember, I had the 4 on the flying platform because my parents didn't understand that it was a separate thing, and neither did I. And then I never got the Red Dragon Thunder Zord, so I could never make the fucking Thunder Megazord, which pissed me off. Pretty much. I had the original Megazord. I had a Turbo Megazord, though. Wish I'd have kept them. Anyway, back to this. So as you can see, let's take a look at this. So as you can see, if you scroll down here to the very bottom, this is what the T-Rex does. Take a look at the left here. You see the T-Rex breaks apart into a bunch of pieces. The head, tail, and both legs and a bottom plate come off. The center of the T-Rex's body, and the gun comes off. The center of the T-Rex's body becomes the torso of the Megazord with the lights. The helmet is a separate piece that does not actually attach to the Tyrannosaurus when it's formed up. So it's just a separate thing that attaches, the headpiece.
But should the headpiece not be part of the pterodactyl since it's pink?
You would think, but where would you fit it on that thing?
No, but I mean, shouldn't it come with it? Because if it comes with the T-Rex, why is the head not red? Makes no sense.
Yeah, I would imagine in the movie it's probably going to be formed from the pterodactyl, but it made more sense to sell it with the separate T-Rex Battle Zord, rather than having it in the 4-pack and have, oh, here's the Megazord helmet. Too bad you can't form it.
Also, why is the T-Rex head on the back? That looks really fucking weird.
Yeah, the T-Rex head snaps onto the back for safekeeping. And then you'll notice here that the T-Rex's legs actually flip down and straighten, and they become the arms of the Megazord.
Oh,
good. As you can see over here. So they become the arms, and then hands pop out of the feet.
So,
and then hang on a sec. I've got the rest of it here on the second page.
You do realize what people are going to do once this comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, right?
What's that?
They're going to take the Gottai sequence for the Megazord, and they're going to put the Voltron theme song to it.
Probably.
Form feet and legs, form arms and body, and I'll form the head.
Anyway, so as you can see, once you've got that together, your next step is the saber-toothed tiger. You take the big gun off its back, and you separate its arms out from the side, basically pulling them outwards so that it's holding its arms out.
So you take the saber-toothed tiger and make it spread eagle and click it into place to become the crotch. Yeah,
you spread eagle its arms, and then its legs fold up underneath it out of the way. And basically then it becomes the torso and abdomen. The Tyrannosaurus snaps onto the revealed top of it when you spread the arms out to the head portion. The head folds down, it looks like, and then you can attach it. And then if you go, and then in the next slide here, you can see there's a slide here where 2 little cover pieces can attach on the what would be your ribs area, just below your ribs, to fill in that opening to cover up to cover up the attachment port. The Triceratops is next. You can see the head pops off of that, as well as the bottom plate, and then this part flips forward out of the back and folds forward to become the upper portion of the leg, the femur area.
Mm-hmm.
And that folds up, and then when you get down here, it stands straight up. The legs pop off, and they snap onto the sides to give it the leg width. And then the plate that you snapped off the T-Rex's, the Triceratops' stomach, snaps on to become the front of the thigh.
Yeah.
As you can see over here on the right.
I will say the one thing that really disappoints me with this, though, is because they made the Mastodon a leg, that just pretty much guarantees we're not getting the Mastodon shield, and I love the Mastodon shield, but you can't do that because you would be missing a foot.
Right. But if you take a close look here on the right, if you can see it on the Triceratops, when you you open it and flip that part up, and then you're left with what is the bottom, what would be the bottom of the actual Triceratops is facing outward as the lower part of the leg. When you look on the right here, you'll see there's a part like a spine or some kind of a thing that's on its stomach that's a little hard to see. And the head snaps onto the front of the foot, so it kind of looks like the Triceratops foot. What?
Jim,
what?
Use your mouse cursor when you talk.
Okay.
So we can see what you're pointing at and shit.
Now look over here.
Mm-hmm.
Here. See how the head snaps on the front here like this?
Yeah.
And you see if you look right here how there's like this is what would have been the Triceratops' stomach before you flipped it up, the underbelly, and the head snaps on here. You'll note that right in here there's like a part, like a kind of a spine thing that sticks out. That's why the Triceratops' head is split, because it has to accommodate for that part of the underbelly. Because the Triceratops' head splits to accommodate for the part on the leg so that it snaps in evenly, and it looks like the leg is running directly into the foot, like there's an actual ankle. And then if the next one down here, 42561, is the Mastodon, which operates in much the same way. The bottom plate comes off, the top comes off, the head comes off. It flips out to form a leg, flips up, the legs spin around and even itself out. 2 of them fold down. The other 6 attach to the upper portion and snap the top in to form the upper part of the leg. You attach the head there and then slide that one into place. And you'll note they slide lock into place, if you'll note, which is how they attach.
Right.
And then once you slide those 2 on, you've got your legs. And then it's just a matter of taking your pterodactyl here at the bottom, the 42564. You separate the wings from the head and take out the 2 pieces that are apparently... There's basically, you slide what looks like 2 pieces either onto or off of the wings.
Yeah, it looks like basically the pterodactyl acts like the bloody Gold Ranger Zord for Dino Charge.
Yeah.
It's basically just a wing backpack. It's like bloody
Oh, I see what's going on
the
here.
Dragozord.
No, I realize what's happening here now. In these 4 images here, see these 4?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening is if these little numbers are indicating there's pieces from the other Zords that snap onto the wings. That's what that is. It's telling you what number Zord that's coming from because there's pieces from the other Zords that snap on and attach to the wings. The extra pieces that you're not using from the other Zords, they attach to the wings. And then there's a part here on the end cap that snaps on there as well. An excess piece here and here that snap on to elongate the wings. And add another layer of armor to it, and then the wings just attach to, as you can see, the back there, and form the wings of the Megazord. And then the other interesting thing you can note here is that the Tyrannosaurus's tail forms the sword.
So he's Link because he's left-handed?
Apparently, he's using the sword with his left hand, and the Tyrannosaurus's tail forms the hand. It looks like there is some type of a basically. All the blaster that comes off the back of the saber-toothed tiger, that could be that's a handheld gun for the Megazord, and it can also take the smaller guns that come from the tails of the other 2 Zords. I think it's the Mastodon and the Triceratops, not mistaken, and probably that gun from the T-Rex also. They can be attached to the sides of the Megazord's arms to give it basically handheld armor-held wrist cannons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that. I was going to say, it uses its tail as a sword, like bloody Dinobot from Beast Wars.
Yeah, you can see here that on this image right here, the tail is the sword, and then you're going to hold that gun here, which I think that right there is the gun from the Tyrannosaurus, if I'm not mistaken.
So, go ahead.
Which you can hold in its left hand. And then if you look at this version over here, you can attach, this is the gun that I believe is from the Triceratops tail, which attaches there. And then on the right side, this here is the saber-toothed tiger, that big fucking thing, and that can snap to the left arm. And then there's another piece here that looks like it can also go in the arm to work with that and form 2, like I said, wrist-mounted cannons that it can fire.
So, Tachi, they basically created the American version of Abareno.
Pretty much.
Or for those of you who are Power Rangers
Shadow Thunder Megazord?
Yes.
And they added Topogera, the Dragozord, on the back as well.
Yeah, it's Abareno with whatever that formation is, yeah.
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 Yeah. So, that is how your Megazord assembles, at least in toy form. How that's going to play out in the movie remains to be seen.
Yeah.
So that gives you a general idea of how that will work. So that looks like a lot of fun to put together. I'm going to buy one of these because I love Megazords, and this is a good one for me to have an excuse to buy. So yeah, assuming the nice guy from the movie doesn't send it to me for free, because he's liable to do that.
Yeah, it's basically Killer Abareno. Abareno plus.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Abareno Killer. Or Killer.
Also, here's the fun thing about the Red Battlezord, if you haven't noticed. The Red Ranger figure, it sits down like this here, and you put it in the T-Rex's mouth.
Like what I'm showing on the toy site.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that right there, yeah. That's a much better image.
Because it's literally a freaking official picture from Toys R Us.
So, the Tyrannosaur is basically Gabutira?
Seemingly. Oh, for God's sake.
Gabricho! Gantida!
Well, I'm an idiot.
What?
Sorry, folks at home.
What?
Hang on, I'm going to do this real quick. I left the camera focused on you, so nobody at home saw anything I was pointing to on those instructions. I'm just going to scroll through this very slowly so you can have a chance to see it, everybody at home. As you can see, here's the Megazord sitting down here like we showed in the picture. Also, the T-Rex has 2 missiles that appear to shoot out of its mouth, the side of its mouth. Here. That's kind of cool. Right here.
Those won't be coming from the side of its mouth. I think those are going to be coming from the legs.
No, you can see it's coming right from the side of the head.
Jim, look at the pictures from Toys R Us. You can clearly see plastic missile launchers either coming off the legs or coming off the chest of the
Oh, yeah, I see the silver part right there. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
No, not the silver part.
Oh, yeah, right there on the side by the arms. Okay, I see it. Yeah, right under it. Okay,
Yeah.
Got it. Fair enough. Thank you, Tachi. Anyway, back over to this. And as you can see, folks, like I said, these are the 5 Zords here. Forms a Megazord. Obviously, it starts with the Tyrannosaurus, which breaks apart, forms a torso. The head comes with it and snaps on. The T-Rex head snaps on the back. The legs form the arms here, like I said. And then on this one, you break down the saber tooth, take the top off, fold the arms out, it becomes the torso. And then you have this much put together. You snap the side plates on. The Triceratops and the Mastodon form the legs, and they do pretty much the same thing. Flip it, take the pieces off, flip the back out, it forms the leg, put the front plate on it. And then the pterodactyl just becomes the back piece, and just all that attaches like so.
Hey, Jim, scroll back up to the Tyrannosaurus when it's transformed into chest mode.
Like this?
Up another one, where it's just the Tyrannosaurus. That at the bottom. Am I the only one who thinks that in just that, with just the head and the torso, am I the one who looks at that and says Ninja Megazord?
Which particular Ninja Megazord? Are we talking season 3, Ninja Storm?
No.
Ninja Steel.
Movie?
No, the actual Ninja Megazord. Rocky's sword.
So we're talking the season 3.
The one from the first movie.
Yeah.
First movie, season 3, 6 of 1.
Yeah, which is actually called the Ninja Megazord.
Yeah, it kind of does a little bit. It kind of does. You are correct in that, sir. So yeah, that is the Megazord there. So that's kind of neat.
What else you got for us, Jim?
Well, let's see what else I have here. Well, I figure let's go into the actual movie itself and away from the toys here. Let's go over and check out the current news on the Roar.
The hell's that? It's a news source for Angel Grove High School. What the fuck?
Oh, yes. The AngelGroveHighSchool.com, for those of you unaware, is the official website of the Roar, the student news source for Angel Grove High School. You can find all sorts of great things here and follow them on Instagram, by the way.
So I assume this is created by and basically kept up by the movie.
Indeed. You can see the main article here is the explosion at the mine.
Okay, then.
There was some, if you take a look here as I go in here.
Oh, that's a mine! So it's not like a meteorite or anything. It's something they unearthed in the mine. Okay, that makes more sense.
In case you're living under a rock, a massive explosion took place at the Cascadia gold mine last month, damaging official on-site equipment and sending work back by weeks. Because the incident took place in the late hours of the night, police have been led to believe that the cause of the explosion was far from accidental. New rumors have surfaced that several students were involved in the incident, and the Angel Grove Police Department is opening an investigation at Angel Grove High School to question if the student body has any information or tips. We thank the school board staff and faculty for their cooperation, said the Angel Grove PD in a statement. Earlier this month, the Roar obtained security camera footage from the night of the explosion, but unfortunately, such footage failed to directly show the events in question, as you can see here. We've since obtained a grainier look at the explosion, but the cause behind it all remains uncertain. All we know for sure is the explosion has rattled the community and affected those who live and work nearby. I'm so annoyed, said Junior Helen Williams. My usual hiking trail is right by the site, and there are all these lame danger signs everywhere telling me to avoid it. Others are lamenting the curfew that parents are now putting in place to try to protect their kids. If you have any information regarding the explosion, let us know. And so that's the big news story. There's a lot of other interesting news on here. 5 signs you're being ghosted. The AGHS Mannequin Challenge.
What?
Oh. Basically, if you've seen an old TV show where they basically have all the actors freeze frame as they start to roll credits. The mannequin challenge is basically based on those scenes where one of the actors actually stays in character and starts moving around in the freeze frame scene.
Yeah, it starts pushing the camera around to the freeze frame scene, which is kind of neat. You can unlock an Angel Groove High Snapchat filter, by the way. Get up on that. Other things that are going on. The Tiger attendance honors. We're midway through another semester in Angel Grove High as we're near the halfway point. Our inboxes at the Roar getting full with shout-outs from the faculty and staff to honor exceptional students. By the way, I wanted to know, one of the people that is noted as one of the writers for the Roar here is Arena Navarro. Sure, no relation to Tyler and his dad for Dino Charge at all.
Of course, of course.
The biggest achievement is 3.5 years of perfect attendance from senior Alina Gerard. That's 3.5 years of no sick days, 3.5 years no tardies, and 3.5 years commitment to schoolwork and education. So there you go.
I mean,
So,
it's like,
Congratulations in order for sophomores Aubrey Larson and Mark Castillo, both of whom never missed a class freshman year and on track to mimic her achievement. More students will be wise. Then there are students like Maria Ann Gomez, Lester Bailey, and the infamous Zach, who leads the list of students with the worst attendance and decide to show up to school whenever they feel like it. Some students take a senior ditch days to a whole new level. That's certainly not the Tiger spirit. As you can see here, Zach was seen off campus during school hours. As we near the end of the semester, let's put our best foot forward and aim to end on a high note. We may not get all perfect attendance, but we can certainly try. Let's see what else.
It's like
so their record holder. What's that, Tachi?
Because this Navarra has no relation to Tyler and his dad. Just like how there's no relation between Miss Morgan and Dino Charge and Kendall in an earlier season.
Right.
I mean,
Kendall Morgan from earlier season. Or Kendrick's. The what? Yeah. You know what I mean.
Kendricks and Kendall. We got it.
Kendricks is the Pink Ranger. But yes, so their star student there that has the record is Hermione Granger.
I guess. Also, here's the stunt game strong best Daredevils. Number 1 is this guy doing a cool kick on top of a train car. We don't know who this is, but we do know they've won the unofficial title of the best Daredevil at AGHS. His or her sick moves are one thing, but to pull this stunt off on a moving train, it's the definition of too cool for school. And then there's some other random internet videos here, so enjoy that. Also, this one down here, by the way, we have here's a swinging thing, some parkour, cool stuff. Here's a guy doing a bike thing underneath some trailers. That's kind of cool. Down here, look at it. Look at these only girls doing push-ups. Look at this, on top, with feet on top of each other. Look at this. Together we are more. Push-ups and Daredevils don't always go hand in hand, but it takes major skills to achieve these #fitness goals. We heard Kimberly Hart has ditched the cheerleading squad. Maybe she'll want to give gymnastics a try?
They unironically use a hashtag in that. Oh.
Yes, could Kimberly give gymnastics a try? Who knows? What else? We got all kinds of... Billy stands up to the bullies. Let's see what's going on over here. The Roar you know.
Oh. And if you can get a grown-up man, you know that a pun is bad. Because I live with a pertinacious purveyor of poor puns, essence, and alliteration for a papa.
So, students, our last issue of the Roar student spotlighted the Billy Cranston. You'd expect to see him in the library and not detention. We noted it was refreshing that not all students in detention turn into rebels, but we may have spoken too soon. Rumor has it, Billy caused quite the scene after reportedly standing up to the outspoken Colt Wallace. It's no secret Colt is far from innocent and likes to intimidate in the hallways, but could the reserved Billy have faced his biggest bully? Play. Boom. Down. Boom. Down.
Got served.
Indeed. I didn't see what happened, but I could totally believe it, said sophomore Amy Dene. Colt's a total jerk, and Billy probably got fed up. Gossip that Colt was knocked down by Angel Grove's most studious and supposedly harmless student continues to spread like wildfire with some in disbelief. There's absolutely no way Billy Cranston could take on Colt, one student was heard saying. We were giddy to hear of this underdog victory, yet it left us wondering, what has caused a sudden change of personality? Could his recent stint in detention really be to blame? We find it especially interesting that Billy has recently been spotted hanging out with former Golden Boy Jason Scott. On what planet does a friendship between these two make sense? Is this the beginning into a bad boy phase for Billy? Can we expect more shocking rebel behavior? We'd be lying if we said we didn't want to see more from this new alter ego Billy apparently has discovered. Stay tuned for further development, Tigers.
Just wait until he takes the. Let's wait until he puts on a muscle shirt and gets like 10 years older.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what else we got. All kinds of good things going on here. Let's go down here. Share your best Halloween costumes. There's a pink ranger suit, by the way. Just saying.
A classic Mighty Morphin thing.
Here. By the way, if you're into it, we're edgy hair, edgy look. As the resident fashion expert at the Roar, I must commend former Queen Bee Kimberly Hart on a shocking risk that pays off. She's been rocking the rebel chic look ever since she landed in detention. Follow her lead, and you'll be looking stylish from gym class to study hall. Here's the look. You can see exactly what these items are. And what? What's so damn funny?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
This is truly a high school newsletter.
Even after falling out of like the popular circles, falling out of the cheerleading squad and stuff, she's still like the most popular girl in the school. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Also, these are all her items. They're numbered, and the numbers come down here to links where you can actually buy these items on various websites. The vest comes from Kohl's. The satin blouse is an H&M item. The ankle booties are from Forever 21. The pendant necklace is Target, and the leather skirt is from H&M also. So you can actually go buy that outfit, and you can dress like Kimberly. So, ladies, help yourselves.
And now Saban's going to be getting a lot of. Now Saban's going to be getting a lot of letters from outraged mothers saying, "Why are you teaching my daughter how to dress like this?"
Pretty much. What else got? And now now it's time for our resident lady fan service, Zach. Boom. Muscles.
Yes.
These are your screenshot this. We don't see Zach strutting in the hallways as often as we like, but when we do, smiley face with hard eyes, fire.
Basically,
following him on Snapchat is the next best thing. Angel Grove High's leading lady in the theater department, Corey Terez's selfie game is on point. This diva knows how to strike a pose. After a rebel with a cause, Shane Mondaro is best known for his organized skating sessions in the quad. His daring style can be spotted a mile away. There's a reason all the skater boys use the hashtag Mohawk Monday.
Are you not entertained?
Our resident fashionista, Candy Washington, is taking senior portraits to the next level. Her style is always on point, and she can smize like no one else. Sweet as pie and always smiling, who couldn't help but love her selfie game.
What?
And it's not just not fair. Some people are really perfect. Despite her loss of social status, former cheerleader Kimberly Hart will always rank high with her picture-perfect snaps. Waiting for Friday night, boom. Other interesting things going. There's quite a bit here at the Roar. All tons of fun things.
I just hope whoever created the site and updates it doesn't dip into the cesspool that is Tumblr.
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
They've already got freaking Imager and bloody Instagram and Facebook. Oy.
Yeah, we have a letter to the editor from Trini. Trini talks. Trini has been a student at AGHS for over a year. To the editor of the Roar, you know what sucks? Being the new kid at school.
You know what's bullshit?
You know what sucks even more? Being mistaken for the new kid when really you've been around for over a year. As much as I enjoy being spotlighted in the last issue's new student spotlight, I'm peeved to yet again be called, you guessed it, the new kid. But I'm not that new. I get it. Maybe you haven't seen me. Maybe I'm too quiet for my own good, but imagine being in my shoes. My mom's job keeps us on the move, and it hasn't been easy to get my name out there and make friends. I've been mistaken for someone else more often than not. For instance, some guy in the hallway called me Dee Dee. Dude, that's not even my name. AGHS, I'm willing to give you a chance. If you see me walking down the halls, give me a wave. If we share classes, I'm open to joining study groups. I already know most of your names, and I hope by the end of the school year, you'll all know mine. Trini.
We lost Tachi.
Yeah.
Only his camera.
Oy, fucking vey.
We also have another one going down here. This is the Fall from Grace.
Jason
Scott looks on as the Tigers football team practices without him. Reckless, disappointing, foolish. These are some of the words being used by fellow Tigers to describe Jason Scott's fall from grace. After a prank gone wrong, the Tigers' star quarterback has officially been suspended for the remainder of the football season. And his punishment has come in the form of a police-issued ankle monitor. It seems that many are calling out AGHS's favorite Golden Boy for possibly costing the school a football championship. How will Jason's actions affect the overall football season? Hard to tell right now, but after Friday night's 21-0 loss against the Tritons, it's evidence that his suspension from the team is affecting morale both on and off the field. The Tigers went into Friday's home game as the favorites to secure the win. Our team's defensive line stood strong against the mighty Tritons, but losing a key player in our offensive lineup led to a major upset. Coaches, players, and ardent Tigers fans have expressed their concern in losing an essential game on the path to the playoffs. It's safe to say the Tigers coaching staff has a lot to think about before we head into the next game against the Mustangs. With losing our star quarterback and leader on the field, we're reeling with many questions. What does this mean for the Tigers' future? Where does Jason Scott go from here? Perhaps our favorite jock could try his hand in other sports like wrestling or martial arts. Rejected from getting a statement from the coaching staff due to the sensitivity surrounding Jason's suspension, we are left wondering if we still have that fiery edge. Our top dog defense, speedy running back, and reliable receivers should serve us well in coming games. But is that enough? The Tigers are ranked high in our division, and we hope that this won't be changing.
Honestly, the first thing I thought when they mentioned Mustangs as a opposing team, Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily.
So the
Rocky told him Tum Tum, the three ninjas. Baka.
So the that truck scene that we saw in the trailer, that's as a result of a prank gone wrong?
Seems to be the case.
And here we thought it was probably like a car crash or something.
Yeah. Make sure we got everything else on here. There are previous articles that have been on here before. A student spotlight on Jason Scott. There was a student spotlight on. There was another article, like I said, about Trinity the New Girl, stuff like that. So there were a lot of other things that the Cheer Royalty dethroned article about Kimberly.
That's cool.
Share your Halloween costumes. I'm missing one thing. Where's the thing I'm missing? I'm missing some. Oh wait, wasn't it in I think I scrolled past it. And hang on. And the cruelest of all ironies. No, I didn't scroll past it. Okay, it's in one of these. I got to find it. Hang on.
Okay.
The cruelest of all ironies in one of these articles. Where the hell is it? I'm gonna go through these and find it now. We missed it. Not that one. Didn't think it'd be that one. Which one is it? Fuck.
You should have done your homework.
Shut up. Was it in the mine? I don't think it was in the mine article. No, it's not in the mine article. There's a particular article I found something hilarious that they had. Oh, it's in the Ghosted. It's in the Ghosted article. We didn't read that one. That's what it was. Bye. 5 Signs You're Being Ghosted by Jenny Butterfield. Ghosting is not something anyone should do for fun, said cheerleader Amanda Clark Wright with Rachel Smith. It's hard being in high school. On any given day, we've got to deal with bullies, tests, and overwhelming amounts of homework, and just the general awkwardness of trying to float in a sea of Amanda Clarks and Jason Scotts. But perhaps the biggest issue we have to deal with these days? Ghosting. It's that feeling when your phone suddenly becomes silent. The slow realization that your friend and follower count has decreased significantly. It's that moment when you realize your friends have decided to cut you out of the picture. Literally. Here are 5 ways to know for sure if you're being ghosted. 1, your so-called friends start canceling plans to hang out because they're busy. Yeah, right, but you know their entire schedule, and they're for sure going out with everyone but you. SMH.
Shake my head.
They only respond to messages with one-word answers like no or K. Just last week, you couldn't get them to shut up with their novel-length responses. You know they're being phased out. You're being phased out of the friend group when conversations start to feel like pulling teeth. Not fun. You become tempted to send double text to keep communication alive. Here's a tip, don't do it. You definitely don't want to appear desperate, and it's much better to appear cool even if you're freaking out on the inside. 4, your friends stop responding to your text but keep their Snapchat and Instagram stories updated all the time. You know they saw your text, but they're choosing to ignore them. Cheerleader Harper says it best. When I find out someone is a fake friend, I ignore, unfriend, and unfollow. Rumor has it this harsh display was recently thrown Kimberly Hart's way in the girls' restroom.
Okay,
Now,
then.
here's the irony coming up on number 5 here. Watch this. You guys watching?
Mm-hmm.
You get unfollowed and or blocked on social media. Blocked on socials from former friends? Don't let it get to you. This one might be hard to swallow, but maybe it's time to move on.
Wow.
Damn it!
That's great.
Props to the Roar and Jenny Butterfield. She has good taste in memes. Let's be honest, real friends wouldn't go through the trouble of slowly phasing you out of their lives. Real friends would identify their issues and attempt to talk it out. Step out of your comfort zone and make some new friends. Join a club. Sit down with a friendly face in the cafeteria. There are so many opportunities to make new friends. Forget about ghosting and explore.
That's great.
Also, if anybody's interested, by the way, on the bottom here, you can put in your email to sign up and stay in the know from the Roar if you'd like to get updates from their newspaper. You can also follow them on Instagram, of course. It's also worth noting that there is over here on the right side a staff section that is coming soon. So presumably we will learn more about the staff of the
Principal
Angel
Kaplan and Mrs. Appleby.
There's a good chance of this, but we will see. So that's where we are.
There's going to be more than one bloody teacher this time.
Perhaps. Uh-oh, hang on. Cafeteria closed. There's another article.
Oh, no.
Food fights in melted metal. What really happened? Kimberly Hart, Jason Scott, and Billy Cranston were spotted in the cafeteria before chaos ensued. Total mayhem erupted during lunch period this week, leading to the shutdown of all cafeteria services until further notice. With the area closed for repairs, staff and students alike are left to wonder what truly went down. What started out as an average lunch period this week turned into a fiasco when food items were thrown, lunch trays tossed aside, and pieces of the lunch line's metal bars were melted in the cafeteria. Students scrambled for cover under the lunch tables and did their best to save their clothes from total destruction. Rumors are circling in the hallways of AGHS with chatter about mysterious glowing lights and lunch trays moving of their own accord. 1 minute I was waiting in line for tater tots, the next minute food was being thrown, said sophomore Sean Mason. I think it was someone's idea of a prank, not funny. Freshman Regina Marie was left confused amid the chaos. Everyone in line just started screaming and I wasn't sure what was happening. I thought I saw some weird light flickering, but I'm not sure. Of course, there are the few skeptics who aren't even surprised with the havoc that unfolded, citing old age. With how old this school is, it was only a matter of time before it all just took its toll, said junior Marcus Kennedy. A few lights breaking unexpectedly? Let's be honest, we've seen stranger things happen. The true cause of the incident is still unknown, though several students have also reported seeing Kimberly Hart, Jason Scott, and Billy Cranston, who have recently been attending detention together, at the epicenter of it all. Could they have seen what really happened? These 3 students have yet to comment on the issue. Immediately following the incident, our vice principal took a moment to address the issue over the loudspeaker. It is important that as students of this great school that you all commit each day in making Angel Grove High the best place it can be. Please be respectful to your faculty, your peers, and all Angel Grove facilities. With the cafeteria closed for repairs this week, students are left to wonder if this is simply another prank gone too far.
Oh, crap. Looking at the like and reply thing that they've got below the articles, it's true, like, Tumblr's already seeped in.
Yeah, no, this is effectively a Tumblr, if you haven't figured that out yet.
Christ.
So there's the Roar. Feel free to check that out, folks, if you're interested in that. They've also got an Instagram. Although, ironically, the Roar's Instagram, for some reason, is Instagram.com/Power Rangers movie. And, of course, go and follow, get your Angel Grove High Snapchat filter. Don't forget about that. School pride, people. School pride. Oh, there's a letter from the editor. What is this? Oh, Rena Navarro is the editor of the paper. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is from before everything went down. That's old. Okay. Well, that's the Roar, so feel free to check out all that information on the movie and other such fun things in there. Like I mentioned, you can get an email for updates and good things like that there.
Fair enough.
Bada boom. Fun things from the movie. Gotta love it. So, with that done...
And you can probably guess my thoughts on the way the place was done up, can't you?
Yeah. Now, we're going to do some other cool things here. Let's go into... I'm going to go to Ninja Steel first. Then we'll go back over and finish up a Dino Charge.
Sounds good.
So, we have a lot of castings for the Ninja Steel. Number one, we have this guy. This is Mike Edward, who's been cast as our mentor for the season.
Okay.
He has been cast...
Is he going to be taking? Is he going to be taking the role of Grandpa from the Ninja?
He is being
father from Ninja.
Father. I believe, according to what was how Power Rangers Now. This is for Power Rangers Now, by the way. Thank you, Power Rangers Now. Put it out on Twitter. He is apparently Uncle.
The role of Master
Dane.
Dane.
Yes, he is. He is referred to as Master Dane, or to at least one of the Rangers, Uncle Dane. Played by Mike Edward, who has been in previous roles such as Shortland Street, Spartacus, and you also might remember him as Thor from that one shitty episode of Overdrive.
Hammer down!
That's not Thor, that's Reinhardt.
I never actually saw
That's a
Overdrive.
significantly better character than shitty Overdrive Thor.
Remember, I couldn't stomach Overdrive.
Yeah, there's an episode where Loki showed up and was screwing with them, and then Thor came and saved the day.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that happened in Overdrive. Go figure. Anyway, so he'll be playing Master Dane. He's presumed to be the mentor. Interestingly, during the casting process, the sides were released that the character was named Uncle Zane. That name is to change, and could that possibly be in relation to fan concern about confusion with the Silver Space Ranger? Who knows?
Possibly.
That's happened before with fan feedback. For example, the Dino Charge Red and Green Rangers were originally Lucas and Ryan, but after fans requested a change due to the repeat of names from past seasons, they became Tyler and Riley. And you can follow Mr. Mike Edward on @MrSlightly74 on Twitter.
Okay, then.
What else we got? We got more casting. Amanda Billing has been cast in Ninja Steel, right over here. Amanda Billing has been cast in the role of Principal Hastings.
So we're going back to high schools.
We are going back to school. So we have Principal Hastings, who will be a recurring character.
Joy.
Yes, it was revealed earlier this year Ninja Steel would take our heroes back to a school setting in the city of Summer Cove, by the way. Summer Cove.
Okay.
What else? There's a NinjaSteelNick.com game. Go play that now. Oh, we got some Ninja Steel toys here. Let's take a look at these. And tear through some of these. All right, what do we got here? All right, we got a Ninja Steel Morpher here, the DX Ninja Battle Morpher.
Of course they can't let the Rangers run around morphing with swords. Of course.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm surprised they got away with freaking guns as Morpher.
There's a reason the Quasar Sabers were relegated to weapons despite being the power source.
Oh, the Quasar Sabers are okay because they still had the braces anyway that were carried over. But Jungle Fury, they swapped from the changes on the wrist to sunglasses.
Admittedly, that was kind of cool.
And now they've changed from a sword to what's basically a giant, oversized shuriken.
It's a Ninja Storm Morpher.
Yep.
It's a 4-point shuriken.
Ninja Steel Ranger form, ha!
There's your sword, Taji.
Yeah.
DX Ninja
It's
Star
be an
Blade.
accessory weapon. Yeah. It's just going to be the accessory weapon.
Yep. What else we got here?
Still,
That's the sword. What else we got? Oh, here we go. Here's your Red Ranger hero set. Comes with helmet, ninja sash, and sword weapon.
Yeah, that's par for the course.
Let's see what else. Here's some figures. Check those
Of
out. Red,
course.
Yellow, and Blue Ranger action heroes.
Mhm.
That's cool. And then we got, let's keep going here. What else we got? Figures and, oh, what we got over here?
I'm still peeved at the recast of the Blue Ranger.
Here's the yellow.
Is it yellow? Whoever
Yeah.
it was. Oh, no, you're right. It was the
They
yellow.
better not
It's
recast
blue.
Blue or they're going to have a raging fan base.
Yellow Ranger. Yeah, I'm peeved at that because it's like, dude, he was black and you whitewashed him. What the fuck? You couldn't get another black actor? What the fuck?
They got another actor that was a finalist for the position.
Yeah, and then they whitewashed the whole team. Now the entire team's
As you can see here, we have the copter with Blue Ranger, and we have the DX battle station down here.
That's going to be American only footage. I'm calling it now.
Okay. And the last one we have here, yeah, this appears to be the Ninja Power Star 3-pack. So I'm guessing we're using Power Stars this season as the equivalent of those discs for Ninja Storm.
Not
No,
exactly
they're more
discs.
like the power discs from Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Except
Gotcha.
instead of shoving the blade through it, it goes on the hill.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That works. Ninja Steel toys there.
Sure.
Yep,
Let's
a
start
few
things.
initiatives. Yeah, action figures. Oh, what do we got here? Let's look at these. Here's your deluxe Megazord.
I still think that's such a stupid design for a Megazord.
Eh.
Yeah, I saw
That's
it
not
in
looking
a
too
Ninja. I
different
didn't like it.
from- Yeah. Compared to the Ninja toy line, that's not too dissimilar.
Yeah.
It's definitely retooled, but
Yeah,
it's going to keep the same basic design.
I just didn't like the design from the Ninja where it's got that little mini Megazord inside the chest, and
Yeah.
the attack is he
That's
pops out to fight. I'm like, oh,
That is a little weird, yeah. Also, is it just me or does that pig foot look like it should be on a Zeozord?
It's a bullet train.
I can see that. I'm just saying it looks like it belongs on a Zeozord.
It looks like those legs should be on Tokyo.
Okay, you can apparently put a Ranger in the Megazord too.
Of course, Toyline only. Makes me wonder if they're going to adapt the Toyline only version of Drive.
Wait, a Ranger can sit in the Megazord. Tachi, you don't suppose that they're going to do a Ninja Steel version of the Shogun mode for the Red Ranger, which allows him to sit in the Zord, do you?
I freaking well hope not. Because
and here's this. This appears to be some kind of an animal mode.
The fuck?
That's the dragon form.
Oh, that's the dragon form.
Okay.
Shuriken dragon form.
Glad I didn't watch that season now.
Okay, then. There's your Megazord. There's hero sets, armored figures, cycles, all the usual.
Yeah.
Morphers and battle gear. We looked at most of it already.
Awesome.
Shuriken dragon.
Oh, so here's what we got here. Gold Ranger. Earlier in the year, Chris Reed announced himself as part of the cast, but exactly who he plays is yet to be confirmed, but a hit was dropped over the weekend that he might be the Gold Ranger. The actor posted the below photo and this caption: "When you're a Power Ranger, but also a model." We know the two actors pictured in the photo, Nico Greetham and Peter Sodarso, are yellow and blue. Will Chris be joining them as a Ranger? The caption would lend credence to the idea. So that guy could be the Gold Ranger.
Yeehaw.
Yep.
Star Ninja! Oh!
Also, Nick Beckwith will be appearing in Ninja Steel. His role is yet to be confirmed, but he will be in the show.
Okay.
He announced his placement in the show, but did not say what role he was portraying.
Scroll down to see what they have a list of what we would know him from, because I don't know who the hell this guy is. Or did you already leave that page?
I think I'll go back to it. Scroll up. Where the hell is it? It doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
You can follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Fair enough. I was kind of curious as to just who the heck this guy was, but fair enough. Moving on.
Yeah, just a spring line, figures, Comic-Con roundup, posters and artwork.
Standard stuff. Fair
Power
enough.
Stars, yeah. Yeah, the city name was revealed. I missed that entirely. That was from the Power Scoop, actually. There's a pic. This is a picture here of the school, Summer Cove High.
Interesting.
There appears to be, ironically, a tiger-looking mascot.
Fair enough.
That could be, it's a wolf. I don't know. Hard to tell. So that's fun.
Looks like a fox.
Okay.
I'm going more maybe cheetah.
Possibly. I couldn't get a good look at it.
So some of the Rangers,
your thing is frozen.
some of the Rangers have undergone appearance changes. You can see Christiane's new look has been debuted. Savannah's had her hair dyed lighter, bringing back her days as a blonde. So she's going to be a little bit lighter haired.
Fair enough.
Let the crap go back. Piece of junk. What is going on?
Their internet sucks, dude.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, what do I do?
Oh, fuck's sake.
You, Jeff.
There we go. Anyway, there's one other. I want to see the other female of the team also had a appearance change. Zoe Robbins also debuted a new look. This is back in September. This is old news, but she's going with the Princess Shayla look, apparently.
Oh, God.
Okay.
No, and then she put it on Christiane. It's a filter effect.
Yeah, I was going to say summer coat.
Yep, her hair is shorter and
what-
curled. So that's an interesting new look for her compared to what we saw her with the much poofier hair on and longer on when she debuted. Oh, that's the Megazord combination instructions. We got all that, and yeah. Oh, also, fun fact: there will be Power Rangers movie people and supposedly exclusive content at Brazil Comic-Con. So check that out.
Lucky bastards.
Wait. Does that say alternate movie Megazord revealed?
That's the one that we were looking at because it's different from the one you showed. That's the one I had earlier.
Okay.
By the way, I should mention this. If you want Power Rangers Legos, go vote for them.
Ooh.
You can see this.
Table flip.
You can support it over. Let me go over to this. Over to here.
I would say yes, and I would say please vote for it, if only for one reason.
Why is that?
If they become actual Legos, that means we'll probably get a Lego Power Rangers video game, and I fucking want that.
Well, for those of you people who don't know, ideas.lego.com is where people can design and submit their own ideas for Lego sets. Anybody can do it. And if you get enough support, you will be able to get your Legos made. Right now, the Power Rangers support has 582 days remaining. So, year and a half to get 10,000 people to support the Legos.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
They've already got 4,496.
Holy shit, that's a Lego command set. That looks awesome.
Check this out.
That looks so cool.
You got Zordon, Lego Zordon up here in his tube, Lego Alpha, all Lego Rangers, including white and green.
Yes.
Can
you imagine if they
Alpha, the Zordon, and the guys?
If they took some of what they used for Lego Marvel Avengers and applied it to this, like you hold triangle to morph instead of doing the big fig, and like for characters like Tommy, when you hold it, it brings up like the inside of the helmet like it does for Iron Man, and you choose which power you want to use.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Maybe a bit broken.
Here's the figures without their here's the figure faces without their helmets.
That is so cool.
That little Lego faces.
Dude, if they made Lego Power Rangers, I would go out of my way to purchase like every single one of them.
Oh yeah. Well, make sure you head over to the website now. There's links to it all over the internet. I can give it to you guys afterward and support this idea. Comes with all the Rangers.
Now, so fuck this video. I'm gonna go do it now.
You know, all kinds of projects you can are being made there. So lots of fun things that you can help support on there, and any number you can support. So make sure you check this out. Like I said, 582 is enough to get
That's so
10,000
cool.
people. If they get 10,000, then it goes to Lego people to be approved, and then it goes to stores, and they make it, they sell it.
They have 44.96, so they're almost at the halfway point. So that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
so they're doing pretty good, but we got to keep going.
Support this, people. Anyone watching our stream here, support this. Make this happen.
Oh yeah. Lots of other great projects. On the right, you can see, for example, Odin, the home of the Blue Lanterns, is up for a Lego set. This whole set of all the lanterns in Lego form is up here.
No.
They're much smaller, but available. So
No.
you can check all this stuff out.
We want Lego Rangers.
The goal is to get this made and released for the official 25th anniversary of Power Rangers in 2018, by the way. For those of you keeping score at home, that's Ninja Super Steel, or whatever the fuck we're going to call that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, if they actually get this greenlit, think about it. Lego Power Rangers, a video game, as for the anniversary, that would make fucking lots of money. That game.
That is entirely possible. I'd buy it. But yeah, so make sure to support that. So that is where we are. I'm going to turn off the screen share.
And now we give Tachi the opportunity to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Indeed, we're going to now be discussing the finale and roundup for Dino SuperCharge. So anybody who doesn't want to hear it, leave now or forever hold thy peace.
Yeah, I've already seen all the freaking audio, Joe.
Then let's do this.
And Jim is the only one who has seen it, so yeah.
I need more.
Which is why I'm the one doing 90% of the talking.
I need more fluid.
You're doing 90% of the talking because you're the only one on the Power Force.
Damn right. That's why I'm not gonna pull. I'm not even joking. I have over here in like I must have 25 posters from the movie. I have like every poster they've released for the movie in a roll over in several rolls over there.
Cool.
Like it's ridiculous. Every one of the ones with the lightning bolt, every one of the ones with the Zords, that big one with them on the car that says "We together we are more," all of them.
Nice. And
that "We are more" one is massive. It's like that. It's the size of my bed. It's huge. Not quite as wide, but equally long.
If you ever go to a convention with them at it, are you going to take that poster with you and have them sign it?
Possibly.
Do it.
But anyway, let's talk a little Dino SuperCharge, shall we?
Yes, let's.
There will not be images for this portion of the program, folks. So if you want to go do other things and turn this into a podcast for your listening enjoyment, feel free.
Uh-huh.
Wake up.
I'm awake. Let's talk.
So. All right. Anyway. So, Dino SuperCharge, of course, the finale did air. I don't believe it was this past Saturday. I believe it was the Saturday before, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And I'll pull up the episode list on Wikipedia real quick.
Well, this past Saturday would have been today, so.
That's true, but I mean the Saturday before this. I think it was 2 Saturdays ago.
Fair enough.
So, for those who haven't been paying attention, I'm going to state this outright summary. Dino Charge wrote a check that Dino SuperCharge refused to cash.
Oh, and it was November 19th.
Thank you, Tachi. By the way, for the record, though, for those who feeling withdrawal, there is one more episode of Dino SuperCharge. The special Here Comes Heximus will be airing on December 10th.
Okay, then.
Christmas episode.
Which is 2 weeks away.
Yep. So stay tuned for that, people. Anyway. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna yada yada through the beginning of Dino SuperCharge and just get to the end for those that are a little behind. Of course, let's see if we can do this. Millions of years ago, Keeper was protector of the ancient Gems, who entrusted them to dinosaurs. The evil Sledge tried to steal the Energems until the Power Rangers defeated him. Now a new threat arises. Can he be defeated by the Power Rangers Super Dino Charge? Dino SuperCharge. Damn it.
You're
get
not
the point.
John Bailey.
I'm not John Bailey. I'm not the announcer for the show either, unfortunately. But yeah, so for those of you that missed the first season, teenagers, they work at a museum, or at least some of them did, the rest of them do after the fact. They find mystical items called the Energems that bond with them and give them powers, including which, but not limited to, being able to morph into Power Rangers and control Zords, and also it stops their aging. So that's a thing.
Prototype for the movie?
Biologically immortal.
Yep. So the Rangers include Tyler Navarro, the Red Ranger, Shelby Watkins, Pink Ranger. I don't remember the last names for all these freaking people, but Riley, the Green Ranger, Chase, the Black Ranger, and
Coda.
Coda, the Blue Ranger. Thank you.
He doesn't have a last name because he's a caveman.
He is a caveman.
Power Rangers! So easy, a caveman can be one.
Pretty much. How hard is touchy face palming? I don't have the screen up.
I wasn't face palming. I was chuckling.
Okay.
Morphing, so easy, a caveman can do it.
But anyway, so the first season was actually very good, very straightforward. The Rangers got powers. We found more Rangers. They fought Sledge. They blew up his ship. Coming into season 2, we introduced at the near the end of season 1 a guy by the name of Heckle, who occasionally transforms into a guy named Snide.
Cell tracks.
Yes, the Snide form is the form that was the reincarnated Zeltrax in Kyoryuja, that Dino movie. So
basically,
yes.
the Kyoryuja and Zyuranger crossover movie.
Yes, correct.
And Abba Ranger.
I think the Go Busters were there too, weren't they?
Dance.
Weren't the Go Busters in that movie too?
Yes.
Yes, they were. Busters, ready, go.
Ready, go. No, but anyway.
It wasn't Bowcaster.
I'm still upset with that movie, but that's for another show.
Indeed. So moving along here. Basically, season 2 kicks up at Heckle and Snide, who were in solitary confinement aboard Sledge's ship because it is a prison ship. He is a bounty hunter, for those that don't know. Heckle and Snide are freed, and they take over as the leaders of the spaceship, and many filler episodes ensue.
Mm-hmm.
Monsters are launched, monsters are defeated, goofy gimmicks are had by all.
Welcome to Naruto Season 2.
Because Power Rangers.
There
was a fun thing early on, though, where Heckle had attempted to use his human form to infiltrate the Rangers. His Heckle form. To infiltrate the Rangers and basically to try to find their base and steal their Energems. He had attempted to get the purple Energem in the previous season and had succeeded. He succeeds in actually doing so, but because of the effect of the monster of that episode and how it is turned on him, he gets a memory wipe and does not remember. Because convenience. Many Zords are found. So the primary things of season 2 going in here are Dino SuperCharge. Number 1, we got to find the Silver Ranger. Because that's the last Energem that we're missing, because we found Tyler's dad, who is the Aqua Ranger and hasn't aged, so he's like Tyler's age. And we found the Gold Ranger, who was Ivan of the Knights of Xandar, who was trapped inside Fury. And we found ourselves the Graphite Ranger, who turned out to be Prince Philip, again, of Xandar. So the Silver Ranger is discovered, and basically it turns out he's in space.
Of course, Kendall is the Purple Ranger.
Yes, Kendall became the Purple Ranger in the season 1 finale. She did. That was cool. So, basically, we have a lot of episodes where standard Power Rangers episodes, the Rangers fight monsters, yada, yada, yada. But when it was interesting, the really interesting thing about this is that, one thing I found weird, the villains get more development than the Rangers.
Say what?
Like the villains are more interesting than the Power Rangers. That's a problem.
Cuckoo.
I mean, this is like Ninja Storm levels of the villains are way more interesting. So sorry, the Ninja Storm villains are way more interesting than their Rangers.
Yeah.
Shane is possibly the most boring Red Ranger ever.
And Lothar was the best fourth wall breaker the show has had so far.
This is the most fun I've had all season.
Exactly. And also, I knew I should have paid for the upgrade. Scroll of empowerment, descend.
Yeah. Anywho. So, while the Rangers are kind of generally doing filler Ranger things and trying to find the Silver Ranger, the plot line over on the villain side is that a new villain showed up early on, going by the name of Singe. Spoiler, he's a fire monster. And he and Fury do not like each other at all. And so they end up kind of having a raison d'etre, if you will. At any rate, so as the Rangers try to find the Silver Ranger, two plot lines simultaneously converge. The Rangers find the Silver Ranger and discover that he's in space. He contacts them from space, explaining that, hey, I've got the Silver Energem. And he asks them to send him their information, Kendall to send her information about developing Dino Chargers so he can make some so he can properly defend himself and protect the Energem. And the Rangers agree to this a bit, I'll bet hesitantly. With Silver Ranger explaining that there is, a threat coming to Earth, a bigger threat. And that threat, and Singe had also, Singe was seen doing some sneaking around the ship and talking to somebody that we don't know who it is. And Fury had overheard this and was really suspicious. It's also worth noting that Heckle and Snide still transform periodically, and that Heckle is on Fury's side, whereas Snide has a preference for Singe.
Did we lose Tachi?
No, I'm still here.
No, he's there.
Okay.
We're good.
Cool.
Just had to reset my camera occasionally.
That's fine.
So, the plot lines as they go, we find out a couple of things. Number one, Lord Arcanon is your overt big bad.
Okay.
And he shows up with some minions and basically decrees to Heckle/Snide that I am taking over this ship and this villain operation here. It is also established that Lord Arcanon is the employer for whom Sledge was collecting his bounties. But Tachi, if it helps you, Lord Arcanon is the 100-faced High Priest Chaos.
Basically, the 2IC of the villains in Kyoryuja. The actual true big bad was, well...
Who?
I'm just trying to remember his freaking name. Deboth. It was the name of the actual group.
Okay.
Deboth, the group, is named after Deboth.
The guy.
Group.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
And
Good to
Chaos
know.
actually was Deboth's vessel. He was the one carrying around the damn guy in the book.
Oh, so basically he was Jared and Deboth was Daishi.
In a sense, yeah.
Fair enough. That's cool. Okay.
Of the week were grown from Deboth's cells.
Right.
That stuff that the happy-go-lucky little punk sprinkles around with his watering can is literally part of our creator. You will grow.
Fair enough. Anyway, so he shows up and decrees, I'm in charge now because I'm more powerful than you. Meanwhile, so he decrees that he's in charge. He makes Heckle and Snide fight the Rangers. He gets his ass kicked. And Heckle and Snide had a big Zord that Wrench built, Wrench the mechanical minion. And basically, he had a big Zord. He fought the Rangers. His Zord got blowed up. And Lord Arcanon said, yeah, like I thought, you're useless. You're going back in solitary.
Clunk.
And he did. Which is sad because Heckle and Snide is the best villain of the entire 2 seasons.
He's literally Jekyll and Hyde.
That's the idea. So let's get into some craziness.
Yeah, the part about writing checks that your ass can't refuses to cash.
Yes. So there was a lot of filler this season. A lot of episodes that were just standard Power Rangers episodes, but it felt like it said, okay, Heckle and Snyder in charge. Now we need to have like 10 filler episodes before the story continues. I feel like with the amount of story they rushed in the last 5 to 8 episodes, they could have spread that out more over the season and it would have been better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That would have worked out much better. Anyway.
So basically we got what, like another Megaforce, Super Megaforce sort of thing?
Something to that effect, yes. So, not that the acting isn't still good, on the part of the Rangers. There's still a lot of fun things, but it just felt like the pacing of the whole season was just off. So the Silver Ranger, after contacting the Rangers, and after the other thing that kind of throws the Rangers for a bit of a loop is when Lord Arcanon shows up after Heckle Snide, the villains actually fight each other in a Zord fight. I don't think it's ever happened before. But Heckle had his big-ass Zord that Wrench built, and then Lord Arcanon is like, okay, I can do this. You, minion that I brought with me. I don't remember that dude's name. He wasn't important. He was there for like one episode.
Mm-hmm.
Minion I brought with me. Show them what you can do. And the minion goes, okay. Minion whips out Dino Chargers, summons the Megazord to fight him.
Yeah, that's... Why am I not surprised they went with that one?
I'm assuming that guy is relevant in Kyoryuger.
Well, does he look like a bird monster?
No, we're going to get to him.
Okay.
This is a different dude. Let's see, who is this dude? Let me see here. Scrolling not that far. Who is this dude? Lord Arcanon had the guy use it down. Who is this? Arcanon is a... let's see it do it. Oh, no, it was the bird dude. I lied. Okay, I didn't watch that episode close enough. It was Doomwing. Doomwing.
Yeah. Mandatorian for Kyoryuger.
Yeah, he was Doomwing. Okay, I didn't realize that was Doomwing. Fair enough.
He's the evil side of the Kyoryuger's mentor.
Ah, well, he's Doomwing here.
And the Kyoryuger's mentor actually was a villain. He was a member of the villains before he switched sides.
Fair enough. Good to know. Well, this dude is Doomwing, and he pulls out Dino Chargers and starts using the Zords. And the Rangers say to ourselves, no, wait a minute. To build those Chargers, he would have needed our research. We only gave our research to one person. Oh, shit. But wait, he's a Power Ranger. The Silver Ranger can't be evil. But what if he is?
We've had plenty of evil Rangers in the past.
We don't know. How is that possible? The Energems are based on good. A good Energem couldn't bond to an evil dude. That wouldn't work. So anyway, Doomwing does that, and then he kind of after that, the Silver Ranger shortly thereafter crashes on Earth, and the Rangers go to check on him. He crashes in the woods, and the Rangers say, "That's the Silver Ranger. He crash landed." Kendall's like, "I detect him on the sensors. Go find him." So they go and they find the Silver Ranger, and he gets out of his ship. He's like, "Rangers, help me!" And he's morphed into Silver Ranger. "Rangers, you must help me. I barely managed to escape Lord Arcanon's forces. I managed to escape Lord forces." It's like, wait, and Tyler's so suspicious, like, all right, let us help you, but we know we can trust. Yeah, I even managed to escape with all 9 of the Dino Chargers too. Here, they're right here. You can have them. All the Chargers that they had for using your Zords, I managed to get them. And
those genre savvy will know what's going to happen next without even reading wikis.
And the Rangers go take them, and Tyler's like, "Wait a minute. You said 9 Chargers. There's 10 of us. Something's not adding up here." And so Ranger's like, "Yeah, all right, fuck it, I'm evil."
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So the Silver Ranger proceeds to beat up the Rangers, and then demorphs to reveal himself as Doomwing, an evil red bird dude.
Mandatory.
Doomwing proceeds to beat the Rangers up some more, but after a couple of minutes of doing this, he suddenly grabs himself and he keels over in pain. As a light runs over him and he turns into a white-bird dude in a blue attire, who stands up and says, "Rangers, wait! Don't!" And they go to attack like, "Wait! Don't hurt me! No, it's okay. It's fine. I'm not Doomwing. I'm Xenowing. I'm the good form. My name is Yeah, my name is Xenowing. I'm the rightful Silver Ranger. They forced the Lord Argonaut forced the Doomwing spirit to possess my body so that he could use my Energem power. I can't morph to get rid of it because the Energem is in Doomwing's sword. I don't have access to it. They got Doomwing's taking over again. Get away! And he transforms back, and so they fight him again. And the Silver Ranger still wins because Silver Ranger.
Of course.
And so after this happens, mind you, we got this whole big thing of, oh my god, the Silver Ranger, what's going on? You know what the side plot is? The non-Ranger plot?
What?
Tyler and Shelby are trying to join the NZ boys. That is a juxtaposition we're going with. For those unaware, the NZ boys are a hit boy band from New Zealand. Their logo is a kiwi. The bird.
From which the kiwi people are nicknamed after, and the kiwi fruit is also named after the Chinese gooseberry.
Kiwi fruit are good. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, yes, that is the ridiculous side plot line where Shelby has to realize, where Tyler tries to join the NZ boys so he can impress Shelby, and Shelby does it because she's a fan of the NZ boys. And it turns out neither of them get in, but Tyler has to confess that I'm not a good singer dancer, but I was doing this because I was hoping I might impress you because you were obviously so gaga over Mr. Handsome Head of the NZ boys over there. I was I wanted to try to live up to that. And she's like, but Tyler, you do live up to that. You spotted the truth about Doomwing. You've done all this to save us. I like you the way you are. And they kind of officially become an item at that point.
Typical.
So meanwhile,
he may know how to sing. You're the red fucking Power Ranger.
Yeah, pretty much. That's basically the summation.
Bad.
So anyway, Kendall, being the competent one, says, "All right, we got to do something." And being the Cranston of the group, as it were, says, "All right, well, you guys are screwing around trying to join a music group. I built these 4 devices, and if you go put them and you lure Doomwing into them, I will turn them on and it will force split him from Xenowing.
Ooh.
And then we don't have to worry about that crap." And they're like, "Okay, let's do that." But they realized when they came back from the first fight with Xenowing, Tyler, they were all in the base, and Tyler's like, "Wait, everybody, shh. Doomwing put a listening device on my communicator." So he puts it in the aquarium and he closes it. He's all right. We're going to leave that in there. We're going to come up with a plan, an actual plan that we want to use. And then when we do that, we're also going to come up with a fake plan, and we're going to use the fake plan to manipulate them and to get Doomwing where we want him so we can split the two. So they do that. So they come up with a real plan. Kendall invents the things. That's 4 pyramid-shaped things. They're about yay big.
Behold the power of pyramids.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the chances that Doomwing not only bugged 1 communicator, but at least 2 communicators, so they know they're walking into a trap?
No, they only bugged 1. The trap works like a charm.
Wait, they're not that genre savvy?
No, monsters are stupid. I think that is also a genre trope. Or villains are stupid in general. Anyway, so they proceed to set up their plan. Tyler sends a fake message over the communicator to Shelby saying, I gotta go out to the field to find Doomwing. We gotta stop him. Get the silver energem. I'm going for it. So Tyler runs out as the bait. They lure him in there. They turn the things on. Doomwing is split from Xenowing. After this happens, Doomwing retreats. And they get Xenowing back. You okay there, Jeff?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Just adjusting glasses.
Fair enough. So after they get Xenowing back, they take Xenowing back to the base, where we find out just how good of a guy Xenowing is. As they knew this before his arrival at the base because it was mentioned after the first battle when he revealed who he was. But Zenowing is actually the former apprentice of Keeper. And Keeper is very happy to see that he's still alive.
Tachi is not amused.
They have a conversation. So anyway, Zenowing explains, so here's the deal. Like I mentioned, Doomwing has the Energem. I don't, so you're going to want to get that back. But on the plus side, he's evil, so that gem ain't going to work for shit for him because I'm not in him. So.
Because it's bonded to me.
Yeah, exactly. So he can't use that crap. So he's got a gem, but it's kind of useless to him, at least for purposes of morphing. Something that Lord Arcanon drives home into Doomwing's head when he gets back to the base, by the way. Like, I can still morph. I can be a Soul Ranger. Unleash the power. What? No. Yeah, you're not good. It doesn't work for you, you idiot. Lord Arcanon has to explain this to him.
I can see one way they can use it. They basically hijack the powers from the Energem. Like, oh, I don't know what they did in Kyoryuja whilst bloody Gold Ranger was still asleep, quote unquote, inside the monster.
Didn't hurt near the end of season 1 when Sledge stole got the purple Energem and the red one and just kind of put him in his arm and used it to shoot people.
Yeah, they already showed. You don't need to be bonded and good to the Energems to actually basically abuse the power.
Yeah.
You can force it.
Yep. Anyway, so Doomwing's like, I can get Zenowing back and remerge with him so we can do this. Trust me, Lord Arcanon. You have one chance, Doomwing. You screw this up, you're done. He screws it up, and he's done.
I was going to say.
Because he runs out there. He runs out there to try to do this, and basically he challenges Zenowing to a battle. And in the conflict, Riley tries to help Zenowing and gets injured. Keeper arrives and transports the Rangers to safely, and Zenowing is initially harsh regarding Riley's condition, but Keeper determines that Doomwing's influence kept him from experiencing positive emotions while they were joined, so he's a little harsh. So Doomwing orders Wrench to resurrect some dead monsters so that he can use them to fight the Rangers in a big attack. Meanwhile, because you can't keep a good villain down, Heckle makes a deal with Poisandra. He basically says, Poisandra, look, if you can get an explosive that I could use to blow my way out of this cell, I will tell you some secret information that I have. And Poisandra immediately agrees to this.
Being the airheaded ditch she is, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So, this all occurs, and Zenowing uses his power to heal Riley because he can do that. But he gets captured and almost remerged with Doomwing through the use of Lord Arcanon's Dark Energem that he has. He keeps it in a book with a logo on it. I don't know if that sounds familiar to you at all, Tachi.
Yeah, that book with the logo, that's where Chaos basically held Deboth.
Ah, fair enough. Well, it's got the Dark Energem in our version.
Yeah. It looks like it's got a stylized D on the outside.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's the one.
Deboth book.
Okay. Well, anyway, the Dark Energem is in there. So they use the Dark Energem to try to remerge them, but Riley saves them just as the other Rangers arrive to help. And meanwhile, the Dark Energem gets misplaced, and Singe and Fury go to look for it, while Doomwing gets left to be destroyed because Arcanon has had enough of his failure.
Yeah, typical.
The Rangers destroy the revived monsters. Zenowing reclaims the Silver Energem and destroys Doomwing by morphing. And beating him up, I guess.
And slicing the fuck out of him.
Meanwhile, Poisandra gives Heckle the explosive that lets him break out of the cell, which he does. Or he was going to do. But upon seeing Singe who has found the Dark Energem, returning it to Lord Arcanon, Heckle suddenly has a memory blast.
Okay.
Because Heckle remembers, oh wait, I'm not evil. Kind of forgot about that.
Okay.
He's a dick.
Not even. He remembers basically that he was an inhabitant. It's mentioned that Lord Arcanon in the past destroyed the planet Sentai 6.
Reference to Goggle 5, I think.
Yeah. They did use gems as power source. Anyway, it's mentioned basically Heckle remembers that he was an inhabitant of Sentai 6. And he tried to keep the Dark Energem away from Lord Arcanon, only to have Snide created as his evil half in the process because he touched the Dark Energem. Heckle then gets re-imprisoned because he got distracted by this memory blast, but he swears revenge on Arcanon. And in the meantime, Zenowing bonds with the Rangers and becomes a member of the team. A couple of filler episodes. We got a Ranger body swap episode. Those are always fun. We got a blackboard monster with a magic eraser that can swap Rangers and two Rangers' bodies. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Getting to see the Rangers acting like each other with dubbed over voice lines in each other's clothes. That was fun.
And that's pretty much going to be a copy paste from the Sentai, I think.
Yeah. And I will say the best part of that whole episode was Riley. Oh, what the hell's Riley's actor's name? Crap.
Michael Tabor.
Thank you, Tabor. Was Michael Tabor acting like Ivan? That was awesome. He had
As
the coat on.
Davey-
He had the mannerisms down. It was great. He was above. I should mention part of this episode involves Sir Ivan running into his descendant, who looks just like him, conveniently.
Of course.
Who has been spray painting graffiti on the museum, but they turned out he's actually a really good artist. So Ivan, who initially hates his art and thinks that it's crap because he doesn't understand modern taste, eventually realizes he's a good artist when he draws the Knight of Xandar on a motorcycle instead of a horse. And I guess they're cool. Also, quick fun fact: Ivan likes strawberry milkshakes. Riley and Ivan's descendant like lime.
I was surprised they didn't go with mint choc quake shakes.
I don't know. And then we had, and then we get into episode 17 of 20, the last 4, where it's time to just drive this all home in 4 episodes.
And not cash. And write checks that you refuse to cash.
No, the check was written. This is just the refusal to cash part.
What was the check that was written for those at home?
The check that was written was the first season, which was pretty darn good. Had great build-up, nice pacing, good balance. Was a good season. This was not.
Fair enough.
The check was written that was, hey, this is really good. It's going to get better next year. It's going to be really good, and then it wasn't.
Fair enough.
What happened, Chip Lynn? What happened? Database Ranger, if you're out there, ask Becca Barnes what the hell happened. I know you haven't seen the finale yet because your cable is out because you moved and they didn't hook it up in time. But when you get it, watch it and then find out what happened.
And that reminds me I need to do a dive of DB's vids.
You do. He doesn't have that many. He's up to about episode his live the live reactions are up to about episode 15 or so. He still has yet to actually finish the finale of season 2.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it this way. Netflix Australia, only the first 8 episodes of season 2.
Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, going back. So, next episode is episode 17. It's called Warg World. Because every good dinosaur museum needs a robot caveman. Named Warg.
They have a real one.
Yeah, but nobody can know that. Nobody would believe that. Just be, oh, they dressed that dude up like a caveman. Nobody would. He's not. Nobody's gonna believe he's a real caveman from millions of years ago. No. So they got a robot caveman named Warg that can be controlled by a headset. And Warg has proved to be not very helpful. It just generally causes problems everywhere. But Coda has taken a liking to Warg.
Of course he has.
And he tries to find something that Warg can do. when Warg does not work well in the display that he's in. So Kota teaches Warg how to make burgers. So he puts Warg to work in the kitchen, which and he dresses him up like himself, so it looks like Kota's doing his work. And then Ivan comes in and thinks it's Kota, and then he's like, wait a minute. And Warg kind of goes nuts and throws tomatoes at people because Ivan says attack by mistake. And craziness ensues. But this turns out to be helpful because shortly thereafter, Lord Arcanon summons a monster by the name of Conductro, who was a dude in a white mask and a black cloak, and had somebody in a white cloak with a white mask. This may be an American villain only.
I don't think so. That sounds, yeah. New Sorrowful Knight Ice Rondo is the black with white.
Okay. And he has a white with white with him playing a horn.
Yeah, that's the account. That's the other guy.
Yeah. Fair enough. Anyway, they're called Conductro, and they didn't bother to name the other dude. So.
Well, apparently it's Screech, according to the wiki. Yeah? But that's
well, anyway.
Killborio.
Fair enough. But anyway, so they are summoned, and they use their horn music to turn the good people of Amber Beach into zombies. White face, dark around the eyes, zombies.
So actually closer to the voodoo zombies than rise from your grave.
Yeah, pretty much. So they're turned into voodoo zombies, except for Kota because he's wearing a Warg headset. So, slowly, Shelby, Tyler, and Riley are outside. They get taken immediately. The rest get taken over time as they walk outside. Chase rides up on a skateboard wearing his headphones, only to take them off like, what's going on? Oh, that music's terrible. So Kota's like, crap, what do I do? And he tries to figure out... And he figures out that the headphones are the reason he's not hypnotized. So he grabs Chase and he puts his headphones back on, and he grabs the others and he puts their hands over their ears and they turn back to normal. Once they're not listening to the music anymore. So like, hey, we must get away.
You hear it, you go under the swell. This you stop hearing it, you come out.
We have to get that horn. Stop evil music. So they manage to knock the horn away and stop the evil music, and the monsters retreat. The Rangers get the horn, but the monster gets it back. They retreat. So they go to the base, and Kendall's like, yeah, this is going to be a problem. The unique frequency of the Warg headset protected Kota, so I'm going to make a bunch of headsets on that frequency to protect you guys, so you can go fight the monster. So she does that. And Kota, meanwhile, is ordered to put Warg in a crate and put him in storage because he's too much of a pain to deal with, and Kota is sad. Sad Kota.
Sad Kota.
So he puts Warg in storage, and the Rangers go to fight the monster. But the monster has gotten a large record player that looks like the horn and is playing the music over the whole city and turns the whole city into zombies.
Great.
So the Rangers go to fight, but they won't fight the civilians, which the monsters figured out that the Rangers wouldn't fight the civilians and use that to their advantage. And it's like, we can't fight the civilians. What are we going to do? I don't know what we're going to do, but they're everywhere. We can't get to the horn without fighting the people. Wait, I have idea. Kota runs over. Shink. Warg, turn on. Warg, run. Warg, run. So Warg runs to the site of the Rangers, and then Kota turns around and tells him to run, and so the zombies chase Warg.
So, in other words, fetch!
Yeah, so the zombies chase Warg away so they can go past them. So the zombies chase, they're like, and Tyler's like about to tell the Rangers to fight the people when Kota shows up with Warg. And it's like, we gotta fight, and then all right, we finally got him away. Then the Vivics come around the corner. All right, now it's time to fight. So they fight the Vivics, and then they go beat up the monsters, and they smash they pick up the freaking the horn thing, and I think Xenowing shows up as Silver Ranger form, and he picks up the big record player and smashes it on the ground. And they destroy the record and stop the evil music, and then they beat up the monsters. And then Lord Arcanon says, you know what? Why am I screwing around with this? This is stupid. I have a dark energy empowering me. This is dumb. You idiots, Magna Beam. So Lord Arcanon magna beams himself and gets huge. After revealing what appears to be his actual face that is apparently a lizard. Is that a thing, Tachi?
Just trying to remember.
High Priest Chaos have a lizard face.
Hey, you, villain Viagra, go.
Makes him has a lizard face. Makes him kind of look like a Goomba from the Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, that's what he's as Debos Vessel.
Fair enough. Well, he turned into Debos Vessel, and he magna beamed himself, and he grew, and tried to step on the Rangers as you do. So the Rangers like, all right, Megazords. So they summon the Zords, but everything they throw at him does not scratch Lord Arcanon. He stands there and laughs at them. And just like, yeah, no, you're not going to hurt me. Nothing you can throw at me will hurt me. Like, all right, guys, Ultra Zord. Big Ultra Zord cannon. Wait, what? Dead. Like, and no escalation either. Not, oh, we're finally doing some damage to him. No, we're going from nothing scratches him to one-shot death.
Yeah, basically.
I think we missed a step here.
Kind of no. They basically busted out not the Gigasaur. God damn, I can't remember the bloody thing's name now.
Jim said it was the Ultra Sword.
It's the Dino Ultra Zord. They're calling it the Ultra Zord.
But it's got the Titanozord, the grayish silver one.
Yep. The graphite
I'm trying
one.
to remember. Bragigas.
Yes, Bragigas.
Yeah, it's basically you've got all the bloody charges or whatever you want to call them, stored in the Titanozord.
Yes, all the big square with all the chargers in it. And it goes. Blah. So anyway, so they blow up Lord Arcanon, but it doesn't kill him. It just shrinks him down to normal size again.
Yeah. The Japanese name. Cho Kamatsuki Gatai Gigant Kyoryujin. It's a tongue twister because it's.
Anyway, so Lord Arcanon gets blown up, and he lands in his normal-sized form in the woods, smoking.
Ouch.
And seeing several feet away from him on the ground his book with his D symbol on it. Must get Dark Energy, must reach Dark Energy to recharge. Must reach crawl. And right as he gets up to the book about to grab it, a large metal boot steps on it.
Oh boy.
Camera pan. Guess what? I'm back.
Return of Sledge.
Sledge has returned. Sledge picks up the book of the Dark Energy and proceeds to put the Dark Energy into his arm gun.
Oh, fuck.
Lord Singe and Conductro and the white cloak dude run over and help Lord Arcanon up to his feet and goes, "It's unfortunate, Sledge. Even with the Dark Energy, you're still outnumbered 4-1. Well, that's a good thing I got the band back together. Poor Sandra, Curio, Wrench. And surprisingly, Snide.
Yeah, well, what else do you expect from a Jekyll and Hyde?
It should be well. I missed an important event here. Let me backstep because that's going to be confusing. I realized I missed something. So Jekyll and Snide broke out of jail again. When they break out of jail, Snide made a deal with Arcanon and said, "Let me fight the Rangers, and what I will do is, and I'll fight the Rangers and help you get the Energems if you, basically, I will help you destroy the Rangers, but do me the favor of freeing me from this idiot Heckle that's holding me back." So he makes this deal with Arcanon, and Arcanon is like, "All right, you Wrench, mechanical dude. I'm relatively sure that genius that works for the Rangers just left her separating tech just sitting in the woods. Go collect it for me, would you?" So he does this because she did.
Not surprising.
So Wrench comes back with the 4 pyramids. They set them up. They fire the thing. Heckle and Snide are separated.
Hallelujah.
Heckle is then thrown back into solitary confinement. And Snide is given a chance to fight the Rangers. He does not succeed. Snide did manage to when did Snide do this? Let me make sure I've got the events in correct order here. Yeah, so basically this happens. And they are separated, and Snide shows that he is allied with Sledge. And of course, when Argonaut asks him, like Snide, you're with Sledge? Of course, I've always been two-faced.
Oh!
So Sledge is like, yeah, I've had enough of this. Bye-bye. And the five of them blast Argonaut and his minions and blow them all to smithereens. So bye-bye, Argonaut. Thanks for being here for 3 episodes. Your power was overhyped and you were worth nothing.
And wasted a lead villain from the Sentai.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, well, bye-bye to you. Bye-bye to Singe, who had nothing to do after you showed up, and to those 2 monsters because they were the MOWs. So bye-bye to all you idiots.
Yeah.
So, following this, the villains go back to their ship, as you might imagine. And Sledge says, all right, wow, my ship is a piece of crap. We kind of need it. We need to fix the ship. Can we get the ship fixed, please? Wrench. All right then. So they begin working on repairing the ship as Poisandra first berates Sledge for pretending to be dead and making her so upset. And then says, Sledge, I've had enough of your bull crap. You are marrying me right now. We are getting married.
Dang.
And Sledge is like, I'll marry you as soon as the ship's back in the air. Because then my plan can't be stopped. Okay? Oh, I'm so excited. So she goes to set it up. Meanwhile, the Rangers come up with a plan. Because conveniently, when that whole thing where Sledge destroyed Argonaut happened, conveniently, Tyler's dad was hiding in the bushes watching all this. Because we haven't seen Tyler's dad for, I don't know, 12 episodes. Because, I've got to go find the Silver Ender Gem, even though it was not on the planet.
Ay.
You wasted that. You wasted Tyler's dad. So much error. I'm going to find my dad, and then you threw him away again. Again, failure.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot of Rangers, but you're killing me here, guys.
Yeah. I have a weird feeling it was basically kind of forced on them by bloody Nickelodeon.
Probably. Anyway. So Tyler's dad overhears this conversation from the woods and goes and reports it back to the Rangers. So yeah, Sledge is alive. He's got the Dark Ender Gem. He's got his forces back together. And yeah, bad things are going to happen.
And we need to get Heckle out of that ship.
Show.
Well, no, there's, while that was the advantages, while the villains were all out fighting each other, Heckle broke free and snuck out.
Oh.
Because Heckle. The thing about Heckle is he might be separated from Snide, but Heckle is still incredibly powerful. He will blast you with his blue energy hand beams.
Yeah, but he's not a bad guy now.
No, but he's powerful enough to break himself out of the ship.
Fair enough.
Or rather, maybe Poisandra might have freed him. I don't remember, but he got out.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, a monster is released by the name of Medusa.
Ugh.
That's bad Medusa. Medusa.
Okay, then.
But basically what the Rangers say is, look, we don't... And basically, the Rangers debate what they're going to do about Sledge now that they know all this. Because Tyler's dad followed them, they now know where the ship crashed and where it is. And so there's a debate among the Rangers, and I believe it was Shelby who basically said, we know where their ship is. There's like 10 of us. Let's just go kick their asses and blow their ship up. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. Let's do that. So the 10 Rangers head toward the base to find out what was going on. Unfortunately, when they get to the base, they run into Medusa, who is not friendly. Medusa immediately whips out an amulet and turns everybody but Shelby and Zenowing to stone. Yeah.
Pink and silver.
Pink and silver. So everybody's stoned except those two who managed to get away. And so they managed to chase Medusa away. But the Rangers are stoned now. So somehow Zenowing and Shelby move 8 stone statues back to the base. Don't ask me how they did that.
They have massive Zords.
I know the Energems give you enhanced strength, but that seems ridiculous. But anyway,
they have massive Zords.
True.
Shelby could just call them the Triceratops and have the Triceratops pull them around.
Yeah, but that would have really been conspicuous with a giant Triceratops Zord pulling up to the museum.
What Zord does the Silver Ranger have?
The frickin' Brachiosaurus, basically.
Well, load them all into the Brachiosaurus and have him transport it.
Yes, but you have to realize, that's really fucking conspicuous.
Yeah, I was going to say, but also, they could go, beam us up.
They don't have teleporter powers. Well, they do kind of teleport into the Zords, I guess, but that's it.
I was going to say, I could have sworn in at least some episodes of the first season they teleported.
Yeah, I think they teleported. They've been known to teleport into the Zords, but that's it. Kendall unfortunately never got around to inventing teleportation.
So basically,
the only person that we've seen that can obviously teleport is Keeper,
or steal it.
Kind of shows up wherever he wants to.
And she doesn't have to invent teleportation. She can just steal it from Angel Grove. It's kind of sitting right there on the plateau.
Well, yeah, but nobody knows that. And no, it's not. That place got blown up.
Parts of it are still there.
But the parts that aren't blown up were kind of wrecked by Piranhatrons.
They can still scavenge the friggin' tech. I mean, come on, you have the command center and the power chamber, one above the other.
True.
You have the ruins of the old bloody power chamber below the power chamber. It's what the Rangers were traveling through between Alien Rangers and Zeo.
True.
Or she also has the other option. Hey, Kendricks, I need teleportation tech. I'll be right down there. Give me about 5 minutes. Quasar Saber. Ching!
Oh, hell.
She would have no way to know that Kendall is related to Kendricks, if she even is.
Not even that. It's like, oh, I need some phasing tech. Hey, Cam!
No, I'm saying Kendall could have done that earlier on if she didn't have time to develop the tech.
Yeah, but anyway, so they move the statues all back to the base. And like, all right, what the hell are we gonna do? We gotta figure out a plan here. Oh, I should say, I slight misrepresentation. They have 3. I'm sorry, 7 of them got turned to stone. Prince Philip also evaded the stone turning.
Fair enough.
So graphite, silver, and pink we got handy. No, wait, was it Prince Philip? I think it was Prince Philip. There's a third. There's a third. No, it's not Prince Philip. It's Tyler's dad. Yes. It's Aqua, Silver, and the Pink Ranger. So they transport the statues back. And Keeper's like, we got we got to change them back. We must find a way to help our friends. And the Rangers, at least in this case, state the obvious. Well, obviously we got to destroy that amulet thing that monster has. That'll turn them back. They figured that out pretty quick because it's Power Rangers logic. But like, what are we gonna do in the meanwhile? We gotta do something about Medusa here. And they try to figure. And the problem is, when they were fighting Medusa got magna beamed, and with all the Rangers turned to stone, they ain't got no Megazord.
They have a Brachiosaur.
They have a Brachiosaur, but that ain't a Megazord. That's a carrier Zord.
Hate to break it to you, but in the Japanese at least, it did have a humanoid form without the other Zords. So it was a Megazord on its own.
Okay, it had a battle mode. It didn't have a Megazord. They didn't have a Megazord.
Fair enough.
So, like, great. What are we going to do? We got no Megazord. There's a big old monster we can't fight. We can't go try to, we can't go try to destroy Medusa because she'll just grow and step on us. We need a plan. And Zeno Wing says, well, there's only one thing we can do. No, wait. I still got this shit fucking wrong. Memory is failing me. Zeno Wing was Stone. It was Philip, Tyler's dad, and Shelby that evaded it. So 2 useless side characters and Shelby. That's why it was a problem. Now, because Zeno Wing would have just been like, yeah, we can solve this. Right. Now I realize what happened. Okay, it was those three. It was Graphite, Aqua, and Pink. Jesus. Too many damn Rangers in this season. So anyway,
how do you think it was watching Ryuki?
Right, so they're trying to come up with a plan, and they can only have one plan, and Keeper encourages Shelby in this, because one thing we found out earlier in the episode about Zeno Wing made the Zords.
Okay.
He explains that he created the Zord. He shows this this crystalline egg-looking thing. It's like looks like rock on the outside, but crystal on the inside. Says, "This is what I made the Zords in," and basically gave Shelby a crash course in how to make a Zord. So he basically, that's how I make Zords. This is the big ingredients, and they come back and you know, Philip and Tyler's dad are like, you know, they're like, you know, we don't know what we're gonna do here. You know, we don't have a Meg. You know, we don't. That's why they didn't have the Brachio, because Zeno Wing was frozen. That's why they didn't have a Megazord. We got a Triceratops. We got a Pachy. What was it the Pack? No, what's the fucking silver ray graphite?
Pachycephalosaurus.
That's it. The Pachycephalosaurus, and we've got a whatever Aqua has.
Ankylosaurus. Yeah,
the Ankylosaurus. None of that. We don't have we don't. And they explain the reason. You know, you can't just form a Megazord out of any Zords.
Right.
Because specifically, as was pointed out, none of those Zords has a cockpit. That's kind of the one thing they're missing. So, you know, Keeper's like, you know, and they're like, we only, and I maybe Tyler's dad suggested, but like, we only have one hope here, Shelby. You know, Zeno, we taught you how to make a Zord. Our only hope here is if you make us a new Zord with a cockpit. Then we can form a Megazord and we can beat up Medusa and free our friends.
I've got a funny feeling I know which Zord they're going to make.
So Shelby's like, I didn't make a Zord. That's only a crash course. I didn't get the details. Do not worry, Shelby. We have faith that you can complete this task. Keeper. He's moral support.
Yeah. Of course.
So Keeper encourages her, and she gathers the respective ingredients needed to do this. She puts all the ingredients into the egg, and she has to, we need to pick up a piece of a dinosaur, so Shelby goes to Kendall's convenient shelf of assorted dinosaur DNA.
Yeah.
Assorted dinosaur samples in little containers that look like those old film canisters you used to see back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts going through trying to pick a dinosaur using her dino knowledge that would be good for this. It's like, no, that's too short. It doesn't do anything. No, she mentions actual names of dinosaurs. I don't remember what the hell they were.
We have that one already.
Yeah, no, it's all right. No, that one's not. You know, doesn't go. No, this one's not. That one's an herbivore. That's not going to help us. And then she says, "Oh wait, that one's perfect. Big, ferocious, meat eater. Yeah, Spinosaur."
Tomaspino!
Flashbacks to Jurassic Park 3. Bad. Then I think Jurassic World and everything is good again. Where the T-Rex said, fuck that bullshit, that piece of shit.
Mm.
Basically, the movie first then put into the season Zord. The Navy Zord.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is the Navy. That is Death Ranger Zord, isn't it?
Yes!
I didn't even think about that.
I figured it probably had to be. It looked like it was a dark bluish purple.
Yeah, it was Navy. And it starts evil, and then it actually becomes a good Ranger Zord. About 100 years down the line, it actually becomes a Ranger.
Okay. So anyway, the Kendall proceeds to put everything in the egg thing, and the last thing they need is a warrior spirit. She says, "Keeper, I can't think of a warrior whose spirit I'd like to imbue it with more than you." I am honored, Shelby. And he waves his staff over it, and there's some magic. And they close the egg, and then the egg jumps off the table, and it goes into the ground. And it starts going through the ground, so we're like, oh, we better go follow it. So Shelby grabs a tracking device, and they follow it. And they end up out in the field where they run into Medusa, and they fight her, and they start getting their asses kicked. And, but while they're fighting Medusa, they do manage to smash the amulet, which frees their friends back in the Dino base, which renders the entire point of this episode pointless. But conveniently, when Medusa grows, the Spinosaur jumps out of the ground and starts attacking Medusa and doing things, and they combine it with the Pachycephal and the Ankylosaur to form some new Megazord formation that I don't remember the name of.
SuperCharge Megazord, Ankylosing Pachy formation.
That's the one. So they form that Megazord, and they destroy Medusa.
Yeah.
Now, relevant plot point I left out while I was covering the main Ranger stuff. Back and track it. Rangers are in the Dino restaurant at the opening of the episode. They're like, well, I should say, well, no, wait a minute. I'm not here just yet. Not here just yet. While they're out in the woods dealing with Medusa, who should they run into but Heckle? Who is out there and who has formed himself a camp in the woods and is basically talks to the Rangers and basically helps them destroy Medusa's amulet. He fires a hand blast while Shelby fires her gun and they blow it up. And they destroy Medusa, but Heckle says, fair enough, I helped you, but you guys really should get off the planet because you don't want to know what's coming. Leave while you have the chance. And the Rangers are like, we can do that. And they're like, Heckle, you helped us. Snide's evil, but I don't think Heckle is. I think there's some good in you, Heckle. So they leave Heckle, who has some inner thoughts about whether he could potentially have good in him. Given that, mind you, he is intensely beating himself up for failing to save his planet, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So the Rangers defeat Medusa, free everybody from Stone. Life goes on.
Okay.
Shelby made a Zord. Zenowing is proud. Zenowing says, if I ever need an apprentice, you'd be, Zenowing says, if I ever need an apprentice, I think you'd be wonderful. I think I'm good, Zenowing, but thank you. So, now it's time to bring this shit home. 2-part finale time. It's time for way too many plot points, way too much random crap, and pacing? What is pacing?
And ending. What the fuck?
And that, yes, and a very what the fuck ending, which Tachi, I'm sure, is spoiling for himself right now on the wiki.
No, I'm just looking at Kyoryu Navy.
Nice. So, episode 19, Edge of Extinction. So, Sledge finally manages to repair his ship. And Wrench reports that they're having a slight power issue because the power cells got blown out when the thing crashed.
Of course. And
Sledge is like, really, Wrench? You're going to play like this? I have an energem! Put it in the damn engines! So, Wrench hooks up the dark energy. There's a funny scene where Wrench has the dark energy, and he's putting it together, and he's got it like these tongs, and he's like, careful.
That's not the thing!
Yeah, Sledge pops up. What are you doing? Just put the damn thing in. Give me that. So they stole the dark energy, and they use it to recharge the ship's engine to get it back off the damn ground, and it goes back into space, into orbit.
Tachi, I think you're frozen.
Yeah.
He's not frozen. He's just staring at a screen.
It's just very fucking loud.
Oh, no, you okay. Well, now you have no camera, but fair enough.
Yeah, because I turned it off for the time being.
Wow, it's getting late. Anyway, let me wrap this up. So, Sludge gets his ship back in the air, and Sledge had revealed to Poisandra upon his return that I didn't have, I was the reason Sledge and Snide were working together the whole time. Sledge said when the ship crashed, I knew I needed a better plan to deal with these Rangers. So, but I needed the baddest of the bad to help me pull it off. So I went to Snide and I made a deal with Snide that he was going to take over the ship, keep you all in line, and keep the Rangers distracted while I went around the world to prepare for my master plan.
Oh boy.
In which he reveals that, no, Porcandro, I didn't have any, I swear, Porcandro, I was waiting for you, I had no fun at all when I went to New York, or London, or China, or Tokyo, or Hawaii.
Alola!
And as he states each of these locations, a snapshot comes up of him in hilarious garb appropriate to the locale.
Yeah.
Because Sledge is has now been Zedded post-wedding. Not that he was all that threatening before, but...
Yeah.
I mean, come on. He was wearing a Santa hat in the Christmas episode, for God's sake.
You mean the Christmas episode we have yet to see?
No, the one from last season.
No.
Ah, fair enough.
It's a funny thing. The monster gets hit. It cuts out and he's wearing a Santa hat. Ho, ho, ho! Magna Beam! Like, okay, that was funny.
Okay, then. Anyway, continuing on. Before we lose Tachi to sleep.
Tachi's fine. So we find out, basically, Kendall detects some very high-ranking signatures on the sensors in the aforementioned locations, and one of which, the last location of which is Amber Beach. And they're like, well, something's in Amber Beach. Let's go check out the one in Amber Beach. Go see what the hell's going on. They find it, and it is a glowing green egg.
Oh fuck! It's a bomb, isn't it?
So they find the glowing
Bombs
green
all
egg.
around the world.
They take the glowing green egg and they bring it back to the base. And they look at it like, what is this? I don't know. Let's scan it. And they scan the egg and they analyze the egg. Oh, let me come back to the beginning because I missed the opening scene. Rangers are in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing their thing. And they're like, I don't know what the story was with Heckle back there. I mean, he seemed to be kind of good, but what are you warning us to get off the planet? I mean, what could possibly be coming? I mean, I don't know what he was even talking about. I wish we knew more about what he was referring to. I believe that was it Ivan who said that? It was either Ivan or Riley who said it. One of the two.
Okay.
And,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, one of the two says this, and somebody else walks up. One of the other Rangers, Tyler, maybe. No, I think it was Chase, because Chase is the funny one. And Chase comes up and says, well, I don't really know. Why don't you go over there and ask him when you bring him his ice cream sundae? Like, wait, what? Heckle's just sitting there with plates of food on the table, just eating. Like, oh, okay. So we're like, Heckle, what are you talking about the planet? What the hell's going on? And he basically explains that, Sledge has been all over the world and has this master plan, and it's not good. And they detect the eggs. The Rangers go find an egg, and they determine what these eggs are. These are Greenzilla eggs.
Fuck.
Wake up, Tachi.
Oh.
With those gloves on, you remind me of Dr. Holocaust. Anyway.
Who?
Dr. Holocaust. He's an internet celebrity.
Ah.
And someone
eggs, really?
And someone Dr. Insano has long been jealous of. Because Dr. Holocaust is actually a competent supervillain. In fact, he's Toronto's #1 supervillain. Anyway. So, yeah, Greenzilla. The Greenzilla was the first monster the Rangers faced back in the pilot episode, actually. It was just a big green lizard monster-looking thing. Not Godzilla-esque. It looked different, but same basic premise. It was a big monster.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Season 1 they fought it. It was huge. It was a massive monster. And this is a Greenzilla egg. And they're all over the world. That means there's going to be like 6 Greenzillas attacking everywhere in the world. This is a slight problem. So the eggs start to hatch. They detect a few hatching, and then the one they have at the base starts glowing, and they're like, oh, no, guns. They blow it up before it can hatch. So they shoot that egg and destroy it. And they're like, all right, that means we got 5 Greenzillas all over the world. Yeah, we got 5 Megazords. All right, let's do this. So they split up into 5 Megazords and split their 10 people among the 5 Megazords. Not evenly, I might add.
Well, most of them you need 3 or...
Well,
3
it
Rangers for.
depends. Tyler gets a Megazord to himself because he's the Red Ranger and he's special.
Of course.
So Tyler takes the purple Zord Megazord.
Plesio.
Yeah, he takes the Plesio Megazord. Coda and Shelby are in the regular Megazord. Ivan is in the Megazord that the Pterodactyl's a part of, obviously.
Yeah, basically he's single Zord Megazord.
Yeah, no, the one where the Pterodactyl combines with 2 others.
Oh, Pararaptor.
Yeah, he's in the Pararaptor with, I want to say, Philip and Tyler's dad. And then some of the others are in another formation Zord.
Probably Toba Spino with the graphite
Yeah.
and...
Yeah, that one. They basically break up into 5 Megazords. And then Zeno Wing is in his big old Brachio Megazord.
Yeah. Brachio.
So the 5 Megazords go to...
Tachi's video doesn't work. Oh, now it's kind of working.
It's lagging. Get over it. So the Rangers go out and they proceed to fight all of the Greenzillas. Tyler destroys his first because he's the Red Ranger and he's special.
I'm going to have to leave it off. It's overheating.
That's fine.
I'm not surprised.
So the Rangers fight off the Greenzillas. Tyler destroys his first. The other Rangers start getting their asses kicked, but Tyler sends the Ankylozord over to Shelby and Coda and another Zord over here. And then he shows up and joins the Ivan's group and attaches his Zord to them and kooky things. So they eventually fight off all the Greenzillas as Kendall coordinates from the base. And they manage to kill and destroy all the Greenzillas all over the world.
Okay.
As Heckle sees this on a TV screen in Amber Beach somewhere, like in a store window. Heckle's like,
of course.
And Heckle's like, wait, they're fighting. And meanwhile, Heckle has decided that, this is the last day on Earth on this planet existing because Sludge is going to destroy it. So I'm going to have a montage of me doing all kinds of cool, fun stuff I've always wanted to do.
Of course.
So the Simon montage?
It is. He montages. He goes like windsurfing, and he rides a roller coaster, and he does a bunch of other cool stuff.
It's time for a montage. Yeah.
We need a montage. Even Rocky had a montage. Anyway, so he montages him doing all kinds of cool, fun things. And then he sees the report of the Rangers fighting off the Greenzillas. He's like, they're still fighting. Impressive. Something like that. Anyway, the Greenzillas get destroyed.
Of course.
And they fight it off. So after all this happens... Heckle also goes parachuting. I should mention that one. So they beat the Greenzilla, and meanwhile, up on the ship, Sledge marries Poisandra.
Okay, then.
Sledge looks ridiculous in a coat and hat. Just saying. And also, conveniently, should we note, Sledge has attached the Dark Energem as Poisandra's ring.
I thought that was powering the ship.
No, the Energem generates unlimited power. They use the Energem to basically recharge the ship's batteries.
Oh, okay.
Now the ship can run on its own power again.
Fair enough.
So he has the Dark Energem on the ring, and or at least he thinks he does. He had it on the ring, and he showed it to her, and then he put it back in the book. And meanwhile, Sledge is going to marry Poisandra. But while this is happening, he mentions to Wrench in a conversation that Stein's not going to be helpful much longer. They're not going to need him. Unfortunately, he made the mistake of saying this conversation where Stein could overhear him.
Of course he did.
So while they're distracted with running preparations, Stein steals the Dark Energem.
Oh, no.
From the book.
The old switcheroo.
Saying that, well, I like to see Sledge leave me behind. Now let me get destroyed when I have his precious Energem.
Oh, Christ.
So Sledge comes up with a plan here and basically says, let's see.
You mean Snide?
Yeah, Snide. Sorry.
You better hurry up. We're losing Tachi.
He's fine. He's fine. Stop.
7:55 p.m. I've been up since about 11:30ish last night, I think. Like I said, I'm running on caffeine at the moment. Just dregs of fumes.
Yeah, hurry up, Jim.
All right, it's fine. We're almost done. We got this episode and one more. We're at the finale. It's almost done. We're fine. So, Snide is set down because, as Sledge points out, Snide, I need you to do me a favor. Go down to Earth and get me the rest of the Energems, because the Rangers took one of my eggs, and there's a signal from that, so now you can follow that signal, and you can go find their base for me and take their Energems. And Snide tries to protest this because he knows this is Sledge's attempt to leave him behind and in the destruction, but he insists, saying that he needs, he tries to wrench into him. He's like, no, I need somebody I can trust. What? I'm not trustworthy? So he gets sent down. Meanwhile, we cut back to Heckle, who, as the Greenzilla attacks are going on, things are going crazy in the world, and Heckle's in a park and sees a little girl who's been separated from her mother. And, she gets, very panicky, but Heckle sees this and sees the mother all on the other side looking for the little girl. And then he has flashbacks to Shelby and others telling him, you can be good. You have good in you. You don't have to be evil. You can help us. And so he helps the little girl find her mother because redemption.
Mm-hmm.
So after doing this, he sees a transport pod land in Amber Beach. He sees it flying through the air. So the transport pod lands, and Snide gets out. And Snide goes to the museum following the signal tracker. He walks in the museum, and he looks around. He's like, but this is just a dinosaur museum. This whole time!
Yeah.
So he takes his sword, and he smashes the floor under him, and he falls down into the base.
Of course. Of course.
So he lands in the base where only Kendall and Keeper are located. Luckily, Kendall happens to be morphed at the time. So Kendall pulls her helmet back on, back to action style, and proceeds to fight Snide. She is not very successful. Snide proceeds to beat Kendall up and throw her back into Keeper, and they crash into a console that explodes.
Ooga.
And then he starts using his sword, and he blows blast, and he blasts all the consoles around the room, and does the traditional Rangers base gets wrecked in the finale sequence.
Mm-hmm.
So he's about to do this, and he walks up toward Kendall, and he holds his sword up, and he's like, and now the purple Energem will be mine. Your friends are sent to the results. There's no one left to save you. Blue blast hits him, dropped to the ceiling. Not quite, Snide. I'm here to save them. Heckle! So Heckle fights Snide off, and Snide retreats. Heckle helps him up, and he's like, you were right. I should help you. There is good in me. So Heckle and Kendall go to run after Snide outside after chasing him out of the building. But as he gets outside, he's immediately attacked by Shelby and Coda on motorcycles.
Yeah.
Because Ranger cycles, they have those. They were mentioned briefly.
Mm-hmm.
They used them a few episodes.
They've had them since pretty much day one.
Yeah, they used them earlier. Anyway, they get attacked by them on motorcycles because they got back first from the Greenzilla fight. And Silver Aqua, but Snide overpowers them. Then Silver Aqua and Graphite arrive, Black, Gold, Red, and Green shortly thereafter with the Dino Charge Ultrazord. They march Ultrazord up to the fight. Chung, 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 chung. Don't worry, guys. Backup is here.
Squish.
So they're like, all right. And so like, all right. So he's got the Dark Energem. We have to destroy that thing. Because Keeper informed them that the Energem's true power cannot be unlocked as long as the Dark Energem exists. For it is the embodiment of the darkness that was left behind when the good energy created the Energems.
So, kind of like the Black Star Dragon Balls.
Kind of.
Sure,
Yeah.
let's go with that. Anyway. So
And
they're like,
Ball
we need a massive blast of power in order to destroy the Dark Energem. So like, all right, let's do it. So Shelby and the Rangers on the ground form up the big blasty weapon.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I'm awake. I just need to freaking yawn.
All right, so they form the big blasty weapon, and the Ranger Shelby holds it, and the Rangers stand on either side of her. They're on the ground. Meanwhile, the Rangers that are in the Ultrazord point the Ultrazord big cannon at him, and Heckle fires from his hand, standing behind the Rangers, and they fire this big old blast, and they blow up Snide. And there's
And the Energem.
And there's a hilarious scene because Snide is like, "All right, how about this? Magna Beam!" I said Magna Beam! Cut up to the ship. Master Sledge, Snide is calling for the Magna Beam. Should we hit it? Nah, leave him there. That's fine.
Not realizing that Snide has the Dark Energem.
Yeah, he didn't realize that at the time.
So Sledge just allowed his Dark Energem to get blown the fuck up.
So they blow up Snide. They blow up Snide, and they're walking around. And this is where it comes in. This is the part where we reach the finale episode. End of Extinction. That title is literal. You'll see why. So the Rangers thank Heckle and go to head back to the base after determining, however, as they look through the wreckage, that the Dark Energem survived. It's that powerful.
Oh, fuck.
So they're like, what are we going to do? If the Ultrazord blast, I don't know, they didn't kill it, how can we destroy this thing? We need a plan. But their time to come up with the plan is cut short because Sledge activates his backup plan, or rather his true plan the whole time. Because Sledge is actually smart.
Okay.
So, here's what the Rangers don't know. Those eggs didn't just hatch Greenzillas. Because those eggs have the remainders of the eggs have a secondary function. They act as grappling tethers.
Oh, fuck.
And we see the eggs. And we see the eggs at different points of the world shoot out these lines that grapple into the ground. These green lines. And now I'm going to engage my proper plan, and that's that I'm going to hook my ship up to the tow lines. I'm going to tow Earth out of its orbit. They're all going to freeze to death, and I'm going to go sell Earth to the highest bidder.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, and I'm going to go down there and take the Energems after the Rangers freeze to death too.
That's basically Freezer.
Except that plan didn't work in episode 1, so yeah. They tried to freeze the Rangers. The Energems kept them from freezing, so much for your plan.
Yes, but if there's no atmosphere, that's really not going to help them, because they're going to freeze and suffocate.
Not if they're morphed.
Yeah, the helmets don't generate oxygen.
Except
sure they do.
all the times we've seen Rangers morph, survive the vacuum of space, re-entry through the Earth's atmosphere, holding a rift in space and time, sacrificing the Zord to do so. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm just telling you what the plan is. I didn't say it was a good plan.
It's a fucking stupid plan.
So he hooks up his ship as a winch to the planet. Mind you, at this point, he has also figured out that it should be mentioned at this point that he
Yes, spit it out.
blah, 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 blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah, blah.
blah. So he starts towing the planet out of orbit. Also, he has figured out at this point that he doesn't have the Dark Energy because he went to give it to Porsandra at the end of the wedding, and it wasn't in the book. He was not happy.
Okay, then.
The only way to destroy the Dark Energy at this point would be throwing a friggin' black hole.
Yeah. So meanwhile, the Rangers thank Heckle for the help and go back to their base, but unbeknownst to them, in the interim time frame, Fury has infiltrated the base. Not that it's not already wrecked. Crap. Fury shows up. Fury gets sent down because he is in charge of retrieving the Dark Energem. So he goes to the base, and only Keeper is there. And so Keeper fights Fury, not very effectively. And let's see, where were we? So about all the Rangers, basically the Rangers show up and they beat him up.
Okay.
Fury retreats, and the Rangers get a message from Sledge, who announces to the world that he's about to tow the planet out of orbit and away from the sun, which will cause the entire planet to freeze. You're all going to die. Have fun with that. So he launches the lines and begins towing the planet out of orbit. The Rangers try to figure out a way to destroy the Dark Energem. They've still got to do this. That's got to take priority, because if they can do that, they can unlock the Energem's true power. So they come up with a plan. They warn the citizens and say, "Citizens of Earth, we're going to need your help on this one."
Oh shit!
And they take
Spirit
the Dark bomb. Not exactly. They take the Dark Energem and they put it in a large satellite-looking thing, and they fly it up into space. And all right, we're gonna have to hit this. So they fly up into space, and the Rangers are in the Terrazord and the Plesio, which are in Zord form, not Megazord form, and all the Rangers are in those two, 5 and 5. And so they bring the thing and they throw the thing up into space, and they're like, "All right, everybody on Earth, let's do this." And everybody on Earth holds up mirrors to reflect the light of the sun at the Dark Energem, and the Rangers fire a blast at it, and the light destroys the Dark Energem.
Oh,
Because power of light.
Apparently Chiplin never watched Mythbusters.
yeah, Archimedes' death ray.
Yeah, that entire ability was proven scientifically not to be possible at all. It doesn't work. It never has, and it never will.
Yes, but here's the thing. You know what? This is the Power Rangers universe. You know what else has been scientifically proven? That horses can't breathe on the moon.
Yeah, magical horses can.
Or, well, remember, it's Power Rangers. Why the fuck are we not expecting them to have bloody atmospheric generators on the fucking moon?
Yeah.
Read that in fucking Z. The Machine Empire.
The Archimedes death ray doesn't
The
work.
Machine Empire are robots. They don't need to breathe.
Yeah, but they got the fucking tech to put a breathable atmosphere on the moon.
Anyway.
I don't know. Tommy was the King Ranger?
Yeah. Anyway, let's bring this home. So the Dark Energem is destroyed. And mind you, when the sun's rays had to be reflected, we see every side character from the whole series holding up mirrors. Except for the old guy that was the original Purple Ranger, because I guess he wasn't worth it.
Wow.
So he got
one
cut
side
out.
Character that was actually a ranger, and they're like, "Nah, we don't need him."
Yep. So everybody holds up.
Yeah.
So the Dark Energem gets destroyed. And the Dark Energem gets destroyed, but when they destroy the Dark Energem, it turns into a black hole.
Oh, fuck us.
The black hole immediately sucks Sledge's ship inside of it. As the tethers are torn as it does this.
Why am I not bloody well surprised?
Unfortunately, something else was a little bit too close to the black hole, and Earth gets sucked in the black hole.
Oh, fuck.
So, bye-bye Earth. It's gone now.
We're going to have to do fucking Rick and Morty this shit, aren't we?
Luckily, Keeper explains to everyone, luckily the Dark Energem has been destroyed, which means that you can now unlock the true power of the Energems, which he asks the Rangers to give him, and they do, and Keeper floats out into space as an ethereal being because he can do that now.
He fucking recreates the Earth, doesn't he?
And he uses the true power of the Energems to open a time portal.
Fuck!
Explaining that, Rangers, you can go back in time and stop Sledge once and for all, and save the Earth. So the Rangers go back in time. They fly through the portal, and upon arriving in the past, one of the vessels arrives in the past. I believe it was the Terrazord, if I recall correctly. Let me check. Am I correct on that being the Terrazord? Let's see. Which was it?
Faster.
I'm as fast as I can. Calm down.
Oh, this thing's like 2 hours long, dude.
Whoop-de-doo.
Probably longer than that.
Yeah. So, let's see. The Rangers arrive, and it's whatever group Shelby is with. I don't remember which group that is. It doesn't specify. But Shelby's group gets there first.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5 of them arrive, and they look around trying to figure out, okay, we came back in time, but where and when are we? And they walk over a hill, Shelby first, only for shock to dawn on her face as they discover dinosaurs.
Is Tachi asleep?
Tachi. Tachi. Tachi, if you're talking, you're muted. Tachi.
Did he pull a Jim and fall asleep?
I don't know. Tachi. Tachi. Tachi.
It's also possible his computer got sick and tired of waiting for your long-winded, I don't have a good memory explanation, overheated and shut down.
He left.
And his computer might have overheated and shut down.
I don't know. No, there he is. Tachi. Tachi. Tachi.
Oh, we don't know what's happening with him, folks.
Tachi. Type in Skype if you can hear us.
I did message him saying, you there? Ah! He multiplied.
There's 2 Tajis.
Yeah, I just had a power outage.
Oh, I forgot you guys have rolling blackouts because your country sucks. Anyway.
Oh, fuck you too.
So what part did you, when did you get power outed? What was the last thing you heard, Tachi?
They had just gone through the wormhole, and Jim was still trying to figure out which ship it was.
Right, well, whatever one Shelby was on, they didn't specifically label all the Rangers in the recap, but it was whatever one Shelby was on. Those 5 showed up first.
Okay.
And so those 5 arrive, and they're like, okay, we're here, but where are we? I mean, Keeper sent us back in time. What's going on? And they walk over a ridge, only for Shelby to have shock and awe dawn on her face as they discover dinosaurs.
It's not where are we, it's when are we.
Well, yeah. As Ivan conveniently is able to realize immediately, the Keeper sent them back to the day that he arrived, that he crashed on Earth.
Oh, fuck.
Which they then see happen as Keeper crashes. So they run over to Keeper to help him, revealing themselves to be Power Rangers from the future that he sent back. And Keeper's like, prove to me your Rangers had bonded to the Energems. So they go, and the Energems come to them, and he's like, okay, I guess you're the Rangers.
Because being bonded to the Energems crosses time and space. Evidently.
So, as they're bonded to, so they get the Energems, and Sledge and his crew arrive. Sledge and Fury and the crew beam down, realizing that Keeper is there with the Energems. So these 5 Rangers morph, and they fight off Sledge's crew. And they don't do all too well. So they fight Sledge's group, and it's an even fight. And then Fury manages to fight off and get free, and he grabs the container. And he's like, Sledge, I've got the other 5. Master Sledge, I have the other 5 Energems. And Sledge is like, excellent. With 5 Energems, I'm more than enough power to defeat this and take over this, galaxy or whatever. And so Sledge picks it up and hands it to Fury, and they pop open the container.
That's a bomb!
That's a bomb! Sledge jumps out away at the last minute, and Fury is obliterated.
I fucking called it!
Of course you did. It's what happened in the first episode.
Exactly!
So Fury is obliterated, leaving Sledge. The others are not really fighters. So Sledge is like, all right, I'll show you. You want to fight me, whoever you Power Rangers are? I'll show you something you've never seen before. Let me guess. Magna Beam? Magna Beam? Wait a minute. How did you know that? There's literally a record scratch.
Oh, breaking the 4th wall.
Now wait, how did you know that? The hell with it. Magna Beam! So Sledge becomes huge and starts trying to step on the Rangers. And they're like, oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And they're only going to try to avoid getting stepped on when, at an earlier point in the battle, the Rangers were concerned, but Tyler popped up in suit because they think, oh, yeah, we got the other 5 Energems. It's cool. Just keep Sledge busy for a couple minutes, will you? So,
Oh, Christ.
they fought everybody. Fury got blown up, and Sledge's like, Magna Beam. So Sledge grows all big and everything. They're trying to step on the Rangers, and then all of a sudden the tethers shoot out of the ship, and they lasso Sledge. He's like, wait, what? And we cut up to reveal they were distracted. The other 5 Rangers took over Sledge's ship.
Oh, of course. Of
So Tyler's like, all right, let's end this. So they take they with Sledge tied up in nets, they fly off the planet, and they're using they have the plesiosaur. They're using it to tow it to with the ship, and they tow Sledge's ship with Sledge attached to it, and they throw it into the sun.
Christ, a bit brutal, don't you think?
So the ship and Sledge are destroyed by sun.
And they do just realize they just killed Heckle.
Yeah,
Alternate timeline.
They're
Yeah.
okay with killing Heckle.
it's an alternate timeline.
He's still
Not
evil
according
at
to the
this
ending of
point,
the
I think.
show.
What do you mean?
Well, remember how the show ends.
Yeah.
For them, it's not an alternate timeline.
Well, they go back to their timeline.
Not according to what you said about the ending, but anyway, let's get to the ending.
Yeah, that's right. So the Rangers, mind you, Heckle has been with them the whole time. He's there.
Oh, he came back with them.
He was in the Zord. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then they didn't kill him. Fair
So,
enough.
They didn't. Well, they didn't. They killed past Heckle, but the time ripples haven't caught up yet.
It's like, Heckle, you do realize if
It's
we do
back to the
this, you're not
future.
going to be alive. You do realize I'm displaced in time. I'm perfectly fine. Kill the bastard.
So they arrive back on the planet where Keeper thanks them and seems to suddenly have the knowledge of Future Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And basically says, "Thank you, Rangers, for your help. Now the Energems will be safe." So the Energems. So he says, with the ultimate power of the Energems, and he throws the portal back up. Coda, Ivan, you can return to your times now. Coda's like, I can return to little brother. I can return to the Knights of Xandar. And so they have a sad goodbye with their friends, and they go back to their. What's that?
I can return to Sentai 6 because it's not blowed up no more.
Well, the two of them go through the portal, and they, the two of them go through the portal, and they go back to their home times. We don't see them arrive; just see them go through the portal. And the rest of the Rangers say goodbye to Keeper and thank him for everything, and they go through the portal as well. Meanwhile, Keeper informs Heckle and Zenowing that they will return to Sentai 6. Zenowing helping Heckle, explaining that Heckle will have a new job and waving his staff and giving Heckle a matching red robe, explaining that Heckle will now be a keeper as well. He will be the keeper of the Dark Energem, and it will be his responsibility to make sure that nobody ever uses it for evil.
fair enough.
And you can because Sentai 6, you can protect Sentai 6 from from go back with Zenowing and stop, Lord Arcanon's attack on Sentai 6, which will still happen in the future. And lastly, the main Ranger team, the main 6, R5 and Kendall, arrive back home in the woods. And I think we're back. They see a pickup truck on a road. They're like, yeah, we're back. Okay. And then Kendall's communicator things off. There's an emergency at the museum. Come on. Run through the woods up to the museum. What's going on? And they pause in front of the museum everything seems fine. What emergency? And then, again, Shelby, a shocked look on her face. Guys, look at the sign. Camera cuts to the sign, which reads, Amber Beach Dinosaur Zoo.
It's not a museum. It's a zoo. The time ripples. Oh, what?
And I just have
Sledge.
Yep, no extinction. So I just have one thing to say about that. Do 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 do.
So, quite
I don't
literally,
get
this is a different timeline. That
That's
was
the
the Jurassic
thing.
Park theme.
Yeah, that was the theme song
Oh.
to Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
But anyway, it's the Amber Beach Dinosaur Zoo, and one of the workers in a brown suit runs out, in a brown uniform runs out and informs them the emergency is that the Triceratops has indigestion again.
Oh, Christ.
And Shelby's like, wait, we got to go with Triceratops? This is so awesome. So they go in to help. As it's pointed out that without Sledge's asteroids hitting the planet, there was no mass extinction 65 million years ago. So dinosaurs exist now in the present.
So, quite literally, they've altered the timeline so dinosaurs still exist.
They quite literally, per the episode title, caused the end of extinction.
They also caused they also caused the end of something else. They caused something else not to exist based on the first episode.
Uh-huh.
Dino Thunder no longer exists in this timeline.
Yeah.
Well,
Because the only reason Tommy gets the gems is because Sledge causes the extinction because the gems were on the fucking asteroid.
well, I was going to say, yeah. But
So because the
alternate
asteroid never
timeline-
crashed to Earth, no Dino Gems equals no Dino Thunder.
Well, there has been at no point a Dino Charge connection to the rest of the universe. This could very well be an RPM situation.
True.
There is that. But, like I said, alternate timelines, multiversal theory, RPM, Dino Thunder, their own little timeline compared to the rest of the main universe.
Yeah.
And Dino Charge didn't have a crossover with Megaforce or Super Megaforce, did they?
Yeah. No.
So they can so Dino Charge can easily sit in their own little pocket universe.
Yep. So at any rate, that was Dino SuperCharge. Overall, it just seemed like the last 4 episodes had plot lines that could have lasted half the season, and they crammed it in, and it wasn't very good. And with all the twists, Sledge is this plan, or that plan, or we're going to tell this out of orbit, and then there's a black hole, but then back in time. It was so much thrown together. It was like a 5-year-old wrote it. I don't know what happened to this finale. Chip Lane is supposed to be the master of finales. What happened here?
I think it might have also been partly the director and bloody Nickelodeon butchering it.
Maybe, but the fact of the matter is it was a mess, and it looked good coming in. Heckle and Snide were a great villain. We were going to season 2. We thought it was going to be cool, and then it went so far downhill so fast. I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Personally, I'm putting all the blame on Nickelodeon.
All right.
They let Zack Snyder get a hold of it?
No, there wasn't nearly enough. No, there wasn't nearly enough dark grittiness for that.
Yeah, but there was more than enough. What the heck is going on?
Yeah. But at
He's
any
also
rate,
the master of that.
true. But at any rate, it was more like a Shyamalan movie, if anything.
There you go. What the twist? What's another twist?
Well, I was going to say, is it Shyamalan? Is it M. Night Shyamalan the Ding Dong? Or is it Michael Bay with all the out of nowhere bullshit?
No, not nearly.
I mean, like that magical fucking railgun in Transformers 2.
No, it's not Michael Bay. There's not nearly enough explosions, and Shelby and Kendall are not scantily clad.
I mean, come on, the fucking Earth got sucked into a fucking black hole.
That's true.
Now, if Bruce Kalish had been on the project, then you could say Michael Bay.
Yeah. Then there would have
No.
then there would have been Kalish explosions galore. But anyway. So
Well, I mean, Koichi did work on the Sentai.
yeah. So if you watch Dino Charge, if you really want to see the finale, it's worth it to watch it. But this finale was a letdown. I'm gonna say that. There were a couple of funny jokes. When they use Sledge for jokes, it's funny, and having Sledge come back was good at the ending, and that worked. I like Sledge as a villain, but there was just too much crammed in, and the pacing was all over the place. It's like they took, the first half of the season was mostly filler, and then they crammed all the plot into the last 4 episodes. It's like, spread that out. No. Just no. I rate this as a 5 or 6 out of 10. It some good moments, but it had a lot that needed to be done. But that's Dino SuperCharge. Looking forward to Ninja Steel. We'll see if that's any better. We can
Sounds
hope.
like they gave it to the. It sounds like they gave it to the guy who wrote Naruto.
Ouch.
I don't know. At any rate,
And we didn't get a actual adaptation of Death Ryuja.
no, there was no Death Reuser, which surprised me because I really thought that Dark Energy was going to get purified and given to Heckle, but that didn't happen.
But that is kind of what happened.
Well-
Death Ryuger is now the protector of Sentai 6.
To an extent. But I'm talking about Death.
Well, because Keeper
Heckle-
gave the Dark
Death
Energy Gem
Ryuja.
to Heckle. So
No,
I
that's
would
true.
imagine, because now it's purified in the hands of a purified warrior, he could effectively become the Death Reuger morph and protect
Not-
Sentai.
But it's not purified.
No, but it's now tied to a purified soul who can use the power.
It's not tied to a soul. He's just the guardian of it.
Oh, well, I imagine well, I imagine if fucking Arcanon shows up, he'll just morph into Death Reuger and kick his ass.
I doubt that, because remember what happened the last time he touched the Dark Energy Gem? He got possessed by Snide.
Yeah, but he's a keeper now, so he probably has some protection against that.
I don't know.
But anyways, we saw Tobaspino as basically a out of nowhere Zord.
Yeah, pretty
with no
much.
Ranger or backing behind it.
It became an auxiliary Zord.
Yeah.
But that was Dino SuperCharge. This has gone on long enough. Jeff, take us home.
Yeah. Sounds like it was a clusterfuck.
Little bit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Available currently on your cable provider and will be on Netflix inevitably, I'm sure. Or Nick.com if you have a cable provider login also.
At which point Tachi can watch it on Netflix and then facepalm all over again.
Yep. We'll see what happens in Ninja Steel.
But yes, that was Spandex Log for the month of November. We may have one for December because, you know, the end of it lands kind of around Christmas time, so it depends on what the hell we're doing. But we'll try to have one. Also depends on what new shit we get, because we're now in La La Land between Dino SuperCharge and Ninja Steel, so there's no current Power Rangers to actually talk about until like February.
Yep.
So it's mostly going to be talking about the movie. And if we get Tachi, if Tachi actually manages to not get fucked up by the weather, we may have Sentai and writers to talk about in the next month. But in the meantime,
I'll give a little hint as to what I've got coming up in the mail soon. Gashato.
Nice. Oh yeah, we can talk about X-Aid. That's true.
What?
Kamen Rider.
X-Aid.
X-Aid?
Yes. The video game rider.
The one that stole Mario's Famicom Rider concept. Yeah.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
I also saw all the shots for that on someone put together a video of all the henshins and stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Fair enough.
But
we'll talk about that later.
That'll be next time.
Yeah.
Bring it home.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us on this really, really long, woolly, wild ride of Power Rangers. There'll be more to come. Thank you to Jim and Tachi for joining me.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you guys again probably at the end of December, beginning of January sometime, if holidays don't get in the way. Until then, may the power protect you all. Good night.